All right, YouTube. This your boy Liger, one half of Enduro, and you there, King. Time out.
Yellow.
Yeah, okay, you jumped in just as I started live.
Oh,
That's funny as hell. All right, man. Give me a second. Let me just no, like I said, basically this is the Endcast episode 6. We're gonna talk about a topic that is needs to be talked about, and it needs to be talked about. And let me set up something first.
all right.
In this gaming, we basically talk about Nintendo and gaming community and everything on YouTube. So let me first set up this that mostly 90% of people who are in a game who playing games right now, you know what they're doing? They're having fun playing games. It's only the 10% of people making a noise on YouTube is being the loud minority in this community, and they talk a lot of crap. So that's why I came with a whole: Are we gamers? Are we crybabies? So with that said, to anybody out there listening right now, I mean, we have so I have the Q&A app open. If anybody needs to ask the questions, if there's enough questions, we answer that kind of stuff at the end of the endcast and go through them. So with that said, but the next thing is, if for real, if anybody wants to say any names, Tom, if you want to say any names in here, I don't care. Normally, I don't want a drama, but some people sometimes needs to be issued, say certain stuff about something. And if we generalizing about gamers itself, if you're not smart enough to know that we're not talking about you when we generalizing, this topic's already don't pass over your head. I can tell you that right now. So with that said, since I didn't have to prepare you time out about what's going on, I'm gonna just ask quick question first before we get into like topics, all right? So people know where we're coming from. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so since I was supposed to have somebody else on. I know Katie's not gonna be on this time because she has to study for exams and stuff, so it's cool. But I'll start off with this. Since you're here, time what? So people could get established on where we're coming from. Why did you start? When did you start your YouTube channel, and why did you start it?
Is that for
For you?
All right. Um. Honestly, I'm trying to think. Actually, I had another channel. I still have the channel, but it was a channel I had. I just put some music on I made, and then then actually I didn't even know about the YouTube community thing. I mean, I knew people put up videos about gaming and stuff like that, but I didn't really I didn't even know there was some type of community where people going back and forth, had podcasts and stuff like that. I didn't even know about that until 2000 and what was it? No, right before the Wii U came out, like literally like a few months before the Wii U came out. Maybe like around June 2012.
Okay.
Maybe I say maybe April, June, between April and June. That's when I found out about 2012. About when I found out about the gaming community. Like everybody, I think it was Dr. Trey video had saw it. Well, no, yeah, I think it was Dr. Trey video or it was a next gen video I saw, and then I was like, and I had seen him talking about broken games, something like that. Anyways, and I remember a video. Whoever did the video with the I don't know if you know, but it was I used to play NBA 2K, with some friends. I used to work with stuff. That was like main games we play with each other, anyways. And I stopped playing NBA Live. It started dwindling down. I don't even play either one of them no more, really, at all. So, but anyways, there was a video for NBA Live, and it was like this Bynum Jesus dude with his hand sticking out. And he's like, because it was a glitch in the game, pretty much, and I didn't know that was like, bro. And I like that video. It was funny. But I had seen that like back in 2010 or 11, and then I didn't realize until like 2013 that it was like Broke Games who did that video. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. But anyways, like I said, I didn't even know about the gaming community until 2012, and I was like, oh shoot, it's pretty interesting. It was comedy for me. It was comedy. That's why I liked it. It was hilarious for me. It was people going back and forth, making crazy videos about each other, and it was a comedy for me. Like, that's pretty funny. It's pretty entertaining. Stuff video games, stuff like that. So to say the least, entertaining watching. People, act crazy sometimes. It's just crazy. So, anyways, I was one day thinking, what? I don't even know why I made one, because the first videos I did was I think that's what it was. I think I saw the people having fun. Not fun. I guess some people take it serious. Too serious.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna be
Some
talking
people
about.
some people take it too serious. So I didn't want to do that. Like, nah, I ain't gonna get all too serious now. But I like the part when people was being hilarious. Being funny with their videos. So you know what? I wouldn't mind. Trying to do something to be funny. So the first video I made was more of a question video. I think it was something along the lines of wait before the PlayStation 4, Xbox One comes out before you start bashing them. I think that was one of my first videos I did. I was just like, Xbox One and PS4 ain't out yet. PlayStation fans bashing Xbox One and Xbox One fans bashing PS4, and we was in his own little world. They're already bashing that regardless. But I was just saying, I was saying, look, people, wait before PS4 and Xbox One come out before you bash them. Because you don't know what's gonna happen when they have good games. I was like, wait, who knows? So I was just like, what? That's my first video, and then after that, I had some videos to where I had like little mini skits, for me, and that's pretty much how I started. I didn't want to get involved with that craziness, that crazy talk. Even though I thought it was humorous, I still didn't want to. But I felt, let me see if I can, just make some videos and put my little 2 cents in on, what I thought. That's why I made it. My 2 cents in. Because some of the videos I saw people making wasn't making, too much sense, but it's still hilarious. Okay, he has some entertainment in the video, so I give him that. But so I wanted to put my little 2 cents in, and then as time went on, I made a new YouTube channel for that specifically because I didn't want my old channel because the name didn't match. It wasn't nothing, and so the name Time Out Corner. I ain't gonna say the process took me forever to think of the name. It was I was just thinking I was thinking of something with gaming in it, but I was like, nah. I said, no, I don't want gaming in my name. Then tech. It took me I didn't think about it for a long time, but then I thought Time Out Corner, I was like, well, why not? People get in trouble. It was weird how I thought, the reason I thought Time Out was because I was thinking when I was little, I used to get in trouble. I didn't get put in Time Out. I got the beat down. I was thinking when people did get put in Time Out, they can't play their video games, they might I'm thinking, okay, people go time out, they sneak their little, handheld game. Oh, you want me in timeout? Cool, I'll bring my little handheld game with me. I'm in timeout. I'm playing a video game, So I just thought, okay, timeout corner. You get in trouble, go to the corner. You do something stupid, go to the corner. Oh, that's a good name. So I timeout corner, and that's pretty much how I went with that. Just I thought of that, and then as far as content, I don't even know. Content was just I've only made like 40, 50 some videos in 2 years. Like I said, I've had like a 6. I've had gaps where I haven't made no videos. Like right now, I'm on a 2-month gap, and that's usually because I'm doing something else. I'm doing some other stuff. So I understand. But I guess that happens. People take breaks.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I just like I said, I'm doing this so people can understand when people watch this later on to see where we're coming from. For me and Katie, we started our channel basically just before December already, but we didn't put up no content until like January. What happened with us is that, first of all, we put it up for 3 reasons. The first reason was we love playing video games. Me and her brothers and sisters, we love playing video games with Tight. So we say, hey, why not just share our video game love on YouTube? We're not coming here to get hundreds of viewers and all that stuff and subscribers and all that stuff. We're just for that. The second reason we put our videos up there is since I work in the industry with my company and everything else, I said I could get a little background to certain people's videos and say, hey, that was cool, that was not cool, just not try to, just to clear the way of certain people.
Yeah.
And then now it's come like evolving to like logic now, because everybody's talk. I've seen, like you said, it started off as something simple, and then when you get in this community, you see like, holy crap, these people are talking crap.
Yeah, well, like you said, it was entertaining for me. That's why I got into it was humorous, entertaining. Okay, I was laughing at a lot of stuff. Like, oh man, these guys are going back and forth. These guys crazy, Now, man, sometimes they make videos, sometimes serious, Then you have people. There's one dude. His name's Gimmick. I don't know if people know or not, but he like. Some people come on, they spill their beans about their life, and then expect. I mean, come on, it's the internet first of all. It's the internet. Everybody, you spill your beans about your life, expect people to comment on it. I mean, come on now. I mean, if you don't want people to know about it, don't say nothing. And then people get mad. Oh, you guys take it too far now. Don't bring it up. Don't bring up personal stuff if you don't want people to talk about it. That's the problem. Like, I definitely ain't going to be doing that stuff. But as far as bringing up news stories and twisting it, to your advantage, to me that was I mean, I don't like that people do that, but it still was humorous and hilarious. People try to do it, spin it their way and get caught, get busted. I thought that was funny, especially when people, sometimes people when they know somebody lying, they make a video to it. They like to make one of those hype, get make sure they know they trying to expose somebody to the maximum. So I thought it was pretty funny people do that, try to make a hilarious video.
Yeah, sometimes when people do that, that is cool. I mean, my base, one of my favorite recent one just happened because these guys were cool guys. I bet you they still are cool guys. I don't know because I don't know them like that. But when one of the people's and like I said, I'm gonna call names because I don't give a damn right now. like when Bay had to keep Dave down. When Dave had enough, who had enough.
Oh yeah.
And Bay had to come like, look, this is my responsibility. Two of them could be good buddies. All I know, I don't care. I don't know. But it's just when he keeps talking, his stuff is like, God, dude, shut up. I mean, I don't. This is the thing that killed me with people like that. And I got nothing against it because I don't know them, so I don't got nothing against it. The thing is when people make channels and they just do the whole negative stuff all the time. It's just irritating because. You bought a Wii U, you sold it. You didn't like it. You don't like Nintendo. That is cool. It's your money, your wallet, your house, your kingdom, dude. That's good. You did that. I applaud you for selling something that you don't like.
Yeah.
But then why? But of course, why would you make any more videos about it? Why don't you say, hey, PlayStation Bloodborne's coming out? Make up hype videos. Talk about that, just like Black Bond with his stupid idiocy. I mean, he always talk his crap, but he goes PC. Talk about PC. No, you just can't talk about PC. You just gotta talk all the negative stuff of every other consoles and instant. But because
it's not like they're trying to do videos about, like, you got some people who they talk bad about it, but they at least give ideas what they would like, or they try to give
solution.
Solutions. So these guys, some people they may bash something, but then they try to go to the deepest, to the deepest end of the earth to find, to dig up the worst thing to say about something and just keep digging it, without any solutions, anything, or any reasons why they may hate something. They just, continue to bash, even if it's because we all know sometimes people bash things and using not false, but untrue statements and stuff. So
we're gonna be talking. You're right. That's as part of the topics. I got a list of stuff for what we got to talk about, which is that's one of them.
And sometimes people do it not knowing, but sometimes it's not an excuse since it's like I said before, it's 2015. So some people do it on purpose because they don't, like I said, they don't want to be proven wrong, and some people do it because they don't really care. They just want to keep their fan base, knowing that they're gonna keep doing what they're doing. So.
I hate that. I hate when people say that, keep their fan base. Good God. You ain't no, I mean, you entertain me, yes, but I'm not a fan of you. You're a fellow gamer or a fellow YouTuber. I don't like how people think of it as like this. That's why I'm against Angry Joe and all them other guys who got that ego that says, oh man, these are my fans. Man, nobody will, you got a little, nobody in NBC, CBS would hire your ass.
No.
So you got a free platform to say what you want to say and entertain people. That's cool, but it's just how people change people's perception is what I don't understand. Because like I said, I'm a Nintendo fan. I could talk about Nintendo stuff, but talk. Okay, let me put it this way. One of the things I've seen and I don't, from what I've done and I don't like, is when people say, oh, you can't. Oh man, I'm just criticizing Nintendo or criticizing Sony or Xbox. Let's be general, but that's criticizing that. I have no problem with somebody criticizing somebody. The thing is, as you and me now has been like responding to each other and everything else. If you don't criticize with facts.
Yeah,
that's my thing.
Or some logic or some sense,
Yeah, but people criticize with their opinion, and of course, I love this word when people say, "Oh man, it's just my unbiased opinion."
Oh
bull
man,
crap!
Hey,
There's no such thing
yeah,
as that,
there's no
man.
such
Because one of my sayings is, if one of my sayings is, biases will always be the product if passion's in the equation. Because if you hate something or you like something, you're gonna be biased no matter what, and
yeah,
everybody always do that.
yeah. That's,
And it's
that's how
go
I
ahead.
mean, that's how it is. I mean, you could take an example of reviews like IGN. When they reviewed, I believe it was the one for being difficult or too hard. They gave it a dude gave it a like marked it down remarkably because everything else was pretty much good for his review, but that was like the only thing he gave it bad on, and then somehow got a pretty low score from him. I mean, other websites they may have, I'm okay with other websites that they gave a low score because they gave a good explanation, but this guy he gave a low score slowly on because it was difficult, and then these other games, well, it haven't been too many games having difficult on the other platforms, but I know Bloodborne is hard, but I mean, I haven't seen if he has, but you have reviewers who aren't consistent with their with their uh with their review thing that have in place. Like they may be biased towards something, so they don't take the same review way. They don't use the same review. I don't know their review policy because I know it ain't no policy they have.
Trust me, I know, because like Polygon is an example of what you just said, when the guy praised Bayonetta 2, but then because his views of sexism in a way, which is always killed me, he knocked down the game down to a 7 because it's too sexualized. But then he reviewed Grand Theft Auto 5 and gave it a 10. How the
That's
hell
like ridiculous. They got prostitutes in. It's ridiculous.
That makes no sense to me, and that's why I did the for anybody out there listening right now. That's the next thing I'm gonna reference a lot of my videos, because, and like I said, Katie Flow is our channel on YouTube. You can check us out. We're not monetizing none of our videos because I don't need this little pocket change from YouTube, but I'm just putting out opinions and logics and everything. So you're not really giving me money or nothing. Just go check out the video, and if you have a comment and we go talk about it, good. If you have something you want to talk about, hey, you could check us on the Endcast, and I would love to have anybody to talk about differences. That's what we should be doing instead of just lockstep into one thing. But my point is, with Polygon, they had a article right up again today talking about Mario Kart, and I was like saying something about damn it, what was it? Saying that Mario Kart. Let me see. I'm gonna try to see if I can find it quickly if I can. But the same thing, like I was, to keep on talking, they did the Bayonetta thing. They reviewed it. They brought it down because of sexism thing, and you give Grand Theft Auto that when you go do shoot people in the head, you could see the strippers, like you just said, all the run people over, all these crazy things, and then
that makes sense.
And then you give that a 10. That don't make no sense. Why would you do that?
Yeah, I mean that's why I got on my site. I got the review. I have an actual policy in place to make that almost impossible to do. The system I have in place. I mean, it's a little tedious for the people I have. I got people that want to do reviews on it, so but it's gonna be a little tedious. But hey, it's not tedious. I guess it's only. I guess the thing is the few things they have to not check. They have to go by on within a policy for the review. So if it's too easy to see if they're spewing BS in their review, pretty much is how I got it. At least it's what I think is how it's set up. Of course, ain't nothing's how. Sometimes you do something, it's not how it's gonna be.
I got you.
You test it, so I'm hoping it turns out how I expect it to be. But of course, since I'm expecting to be how I expect it to be. But yeah, that's how reviewers are, man. They not just reviewers, just people in general. If they have a bias or something, then they can come up with all types of reasons why they give it a good or a bad point or review a point, whether it's a review or whether they're just talking about something.
Yep.
It's
my thing is, like I said, and then you go back to Polygon again, GameSpot, Polygon, and they gave codename Steam, and that's the next thing. Like I said in my reviews,
codename Steam. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
they gave those game horrible because they couldn't play the game. Okay, and there's the next thing where a lot of gamers now just look at the numbers and don't look at the what do you call it? They just look at the numbers, don't read the review, see what is a flaw in the review or something like that. Because again, you gave them, because they gave it a 3 and a 5. They gave it a 3 and a 4. a 3.5 for Polygon and a 4 from GameSpot. I played the game. It's fun. I like it.
I played the demo. I haven't got the real game yet. I played the demo and I liked it. I liked it.
Yeah, but my point is still like it's something you don't have to take review. You don't take 1, 2 reviews, gamers. You need to go out there and review, look at multiple reviews. Because as the old saying is, one man's trash is the next man's treasure. That's just what it is. But people don't do that. They just quickly
go to their favorite YouTuber and then take it from there.
And if that's the case, then that's what I'm saying. You're not a gamer. I'm sorry if anybody is offended by that, but you're not a gamer if you use one person or your favorite. No YouTuber has ever made me bought a game. None.
No.
Because you telling me I'm not gonna buy. No, I can't do that. I can't spend money because Johnny B. Blow Blow. I'm just saying a name. That's not a YouTuber. I'm just saying if that was a name and he plays my favorite game. No. I'll give you a good example here. One of we have to talk about Splatoon too, but I want to touch a little bit because I want to stress my point. Splatoon, my friend played the game in Japan. Kenji, he plays the game. He knows about the game. He plays the game, and I trust him. But I still gonna look at reviews and other things because the way he played the game might not be the same way I want to play the game.
I trust him. I use this in real life too, man. Like, when I was in California, I was on a contract and I knew somebody there, and I knew him when I went there. We had worked before. What I'm trying to say, and so he was working at this place I went to go work at as well. So and when I get there, he's like, "Oh man, you got to worry about it. It was a female. It was this female. I'm not gonna say no names or like that, but it was this female." And he said, "Yeah, man, she's pretty much saying that she is." Not out to get you, but she ain't out to help you, and plus, she'll make sure that if you do anything the slightest, that she don't like, then it may not be wrong, but she may like it, she'll snitch, or she's bad. She pretty much saying she's a bad person, as far as work concerned. I don't know, she's on the outside of work. Maybe she's cool on outside work, but that's what he was saying. I'm like, you know what? I'll take that, and I'll take what you said, and I'll put it in the in my backpack, in my book, and I'll keep it there safely. So, but I would like to get my own experience, to see if she's cool with me, and hey, if I have no issue now, if I see her, degrading other people, then I can't deal with her. But if she seems cool to me and no issues with me, then hey, I can't take how you view her as how I view her, So, but and eventually it came to be true. As much as I wanted to, work around the issue she had, but it turned out to be true. But my point is, I didn't take somebody's view of something, in this case a person, and just accept it and then hate that person because he don't like her. I had have my own experience, and then I ended up not like her anyways because what he said it was true pretty much in the end. But people in video games, they may take one person's point on the game, or like you said, one reviewer's point on the game and run with it from that one person, and that's without trying to experience it, without looking out any further, to see what's going on. They just take it and run with it. And
gotcha.
It's not good.
Yeah. Coupon, can you talk?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, cool. Hi.
Okay, good. Well, it's good to have the diva up in this place. Thank you for joining us, Coupon.
Yeah, no problem.
No, okay. To get you caught up, basically, but what we're going through is a lot of stuff. But I want to get people to establish where they're from. So where they're coming off. Where we get into this topic. So, but our first question was, when did you start your channel and why you started your channel?
I can't remember. I started my channel last year sometime, and why I started because I like video games. And I just wanted to chit chat with people, get to know folks in the gaming community, just express my opinions on things from time to time, and just play games for the most part.
Okay, no, that's cool.
Just share things that I like.
No, that's cool.
Mostly.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, like I said, it's good to have a female in this. Like I said, my sister's studying. I wanted her to join in, but she got big test tomorrow, so she couldn't join us. So it's cool to have a female to join us to give us a little sway in our topics today.
Cool.
So what was it? Time out. I did find it. It is Polygon. He said Mario Kart 8 players had no clue of what the coins do. I was like, wait, that can't be a topic.
Huh? What? Wait, what?
Basically, Cooper, when you jumped in, we were talking about how the journalism. You remember, I have a video called "Journalism Sucks" and how journalism
Yeah.
don't do their own stuff no more, and they
Oh
just
yeah.
clickbait. So I saw a video, I saw an article in my feed, Yahoo News was from Polygon, of course,
Uh-huh.
and of course the topic
Of
is
course.
Mario Kart 8 players have no clue what the coins do, but but it oh sorry, my computer got frozen for a second, but it's great design anyway. All the whole article is kind of messed up, but if you go to the comment section, everybody's like, where the hell is this guy coming from? I know this.
I'm confused too. What is what?
No, that's what I'm saying. The comment section is like saying to the author, what are you talking about? I know this, but my cousin who's 8 years old know what the coins do.
They're just, it's like you said, clickbait. That's all it is just to get people to click on it to see how stupid the freaking the comment is or whatever they're making. Like, that's all it is, because you see it and you're like, that's stupid. Click. Why? And you read it, and it catches us every time. None of us are immune to it.
No,
So that's
you're
all it
right.
is. That's all it is. They didn't know it. They just made some random story. People clicked on it because they were like, what? And that's all it was. And they did their part. So, hook, line, singer. We fell for it. That's all it was.
No, you're right. Everybody's not immune to it. Like I said, I saw it, so I did it through a different site, so I don't give them the view. But it's just the thing that
Yeah,
kills
but
me.
yeah, it still caught your attention. Like what?
Well, you have to because
Yeah, because you're like, what? Nobody can be that stupid, but they are.
yeah, but going back to what me and Ty was talking about, like I said, they get for like I said for anybody out again, why did the same reviewer gave Bayonetta a 7, when even though he praised the game, but then gave Grand Theft Auto 5 a 10? That do not make sense, and that's what we need to read these reviews and stop looking at numbers.
Well,
They don't.
it's just it's you said earlier, because I was listening to some of the podcasts earlier. It's about
Yeah.
biased opinion. They're biased. They don't like Bayonetta because sexualization, all this other social justice warrior bull crap. And then, Grand Theft Auto is awesome and great because, yeah, I get to shoot somebody, I get to be a man, or whatever the case may be. It's double standards, whatever. I'm over it.
Yeah, I don't understand that, but that's the point with gamers. We need to talk. We need to look at this stuff because I mean, as Tyler was talking before, I don't use one source to buy one thing. I don't understand why people do that. I don't, and even if my favorite YouTuber again, like Tyler was saying, if you are playing that game, I'll be looking at like, oh, that's pretty cool.
That's cool, but I want to check some more out about it, so you go to other sources. That's just a common thing that people do, should do at least. But I mean, I don't know what to tell anybody. I really don't. I don't make a sound decision off of one person or one source. I go around, look around, see if it's something I like. And as a gamer, what games appeal to you and what games do not. You don't need to guess. So
But that
I don't
answers my question, which is, are you a gamer if you let somebody else lead you to do that, or if you did not know certain things, then why you call yourself a gamer?
know. I don't
it's
know. If
it's
you let
it's
people,
the it's a
it's so
popularity
weird.
contest, man.
Yeah, yeah. Ever since gaming became mainstream, it became a popularity contest. What's more popular? What's more talked about? I mean, that's just the way it is, and it sucks. But you kind of gotta take it with a grain of salt. Like I said, you know what games appeal to you, and if somebody can change your mind just like that, then how are you calling yourself a gamer if somebody can change your mind just like that? Like, did you weigh the pros and cons? Did you look deeper into what was going on with that situation? You're gonna change your mind at some point because of this or that, which I've had plenty of situations where I loved a game and then stuff irritated me about it, and I changed my mind on it. I'm allowed to do that. We're all allowed to do that.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
but
yeah.
if
So
you like something and you just change your mind the very next day, something's wrong with you. I just honestly believe something's wrong with you. You just did not make your mind up that quick.
you're right. You're right. You got anything to add on to that timeout?
Nah, I mean it's pretty much set.
it's just weird to see that. And you see, my thing is like this. Like when I look at things like why do we always when we make videos, cause like I said, we are content creators.
Mhm.
Why do we make a video that if I put up, and even if it's our opinion or not, if you put up a video, why do I gotta put something else down just to say something's good?
Oh man, you know what? People, hey,
I know that's human
we,
nature. I know that, but it just that's the kind of stuff that
no,
it's like.
no, no. I'm saying like, you got some, some big YouTubers. I won't say, well, who did it all the time. Like, especially when it comes to, I don't know why. Nintendo, like, they have like a good topic. Let's talk about a good topic, but either before they started or during or at the end, they'll for some reason bring up some hatred they have
Mhm.
for Nintendo or whatever, and then they'll
Yeah.
spew their guts for that, and then they'll go back to what they're saying. I'm like, well, why did you even
It's
talk about
yeah.
that?
It's like, why
That's
would
not,
you even bring that up?
they'll
Like,
do for
wasn't
anything
this
else.
a positive topic a minute ago? And then you just like, usually what I come across will be they got this topic, it's really cool about something Nintendo. They talk about it, and then somewhere in the middle they start throwing in some rant this, rant that, and then they go off on a tangent. They come back to the topic in the freaking video, and you're like, what just happened? What just happened? Why am I even? And you, I don't know. Once you get to the negative parts and stuff, I'll listen for a minute, and then I'll be like, okay, you're off topic. Click off, move on. I'm done.
Yeah.
You're off
I,
topic.
and me as we've done in Google Plus, I've seen how I've commented to your post coupon in the same way too. Like people just move on. It's not
Yeah.
we got lives outside of gaming.
Yeah.
And I could one of the things I want to point out right here is because since all of us since I would think you moved around outside the country, right, Coupon? 'Cause I thought I saw
Yeah.
you're part of the Marine or
Navy.
military,
Yeah,
Navy.
it was in the Navy. I'm out now.
No, no, no. I understand that, but I'm saying my point. You see, my thing is with gamers, with some gamers too, that kills me. Is like you need this gaming is fun. It's something that we put, but people need to get outside of their neighborhood, their city, their state, their country, to experience
The
different.
comfort zone.
Yeah.
Yeah, their comfort zone.
At least to the next city over, you know.
You
Like,
know what?
Neighborhood over.
It's sad to
it's
see.
okay to go out and explore the world. It is okay. Trust me, these video games will still be here. You won't miss a thing. So
But
yeah, go out and explore, experience stuff, and you'll be better off for it because all this realism you're getting from video games ain't really what's out there. So stop.
I mean, yeah, because I remember it was you, Shepard, and somebody else because you guys had a talk, had a cast last year
Mhm.
when you guys were talking about. Oh, it was the Red. Red Fox. It was you three. You were
Okay.
talking about how the how about the military and how war and all that stuff is what these
Yeah.
guys are trying to do. And I
Yeah.
gotta think, just like you said, I've seen some stuff that people will be throwing up and don't want to see ever in their lifetime ever again. And my thing with this is what I said that why I'm saying that because one of my I'll read it off for you because one of my posts I had on my Google Plus was a response to Jay Fleming. He was
Mhm.
talking about because yesterday I was in my office. My employees came over to do work and everything in my studio. So their kids and their kids and my cousin, everybody was in my workroom just playing Nintendo Wii U,
Mhm.
and they're playing the Amiibo tab, and they made their own challenges and messing around and playing games because they never played those games. Amiibo tab was never made for me or for gamers like us.
Mhm.
But to see them like having fun and laughing and trying to say how far are you in getting that challenge, they were having on just laughter and fun.
Yeah, just having fun.
So Jay was like, so Jay commented behind my post and say, hey, this is finally somebody gets what's finally a gamer to understand what gaming is all about. And I know, like I said, Jay Flame is a cool guy who did the Gamers at Large and everything.
Yeah, he's
So
real
he
cool.
did, yeah. So he did that. Somebody came behind him, and he's a cool person too. Who came behind him and said, "Coach." But my thing was basically I should say I'm looking for it right now. The post that I did, not that. Okay, my quote for him, and I basically redid it so it could be out was, yes, gamers, there are a lot of bad. He was basically saying that there are a lot of bad practices in gaming, and we need to address it. And I was like, yes, gamers, there are a lot of bad practices in gaming, and you are right. But there are a lot of bad practices in many other things, like the education system, prescription drugs, food, local, federal government, that affects us every day. And most of these gamers, hell, most of the population don't give a damn about. This is a form of entertainment that you have the option to take part in or not. You could take part in or not take part in. So why are we crying about this entertainment? Whatever. I know people in coming from a third world country. I know people who are, how should I say, like, we kill their mother and their father to just be American poor.
Mhm.
So we do need to criticize Sony, Nintendo, everything. I love gaming, but in this capitalist nation we living in, we speak, wallet speaks more profoundly than words, because we need to. It's funny how people just talking and stuff and like, hey, you got a wallet, don't buy the game, and leave it at that. And if somebody makes a video like, because I've seen you, Bear Hug, and everybody else, if you guys want to buy a game for use or whatever, that is your choice. Why do I care what
That
somebody
was
else?
the number one thing that irritated me. Why do you care so much what I do with my money? That's all I ever had an issue with. Don't worry about what I do with my money. If you're gonna get a game used or not used or not at all or whatever, new, all that, more power to you. I have no right to tell you you can or cannot use your money how you want. But don't get an attitude with me when I want to use my money how I want to use it. We all have a way that we game. We all have our things that we believe in and all that stuff. So my thing was, you're over here trying to tell me I'm wrong because I want to buy a game used or new or not at all. Who are you? Who the hell are you? You're not my daddy. You're not the Lord Jesus Christ. So who are you? Like, nobody to me. So shut up, sit down, have a couple of drinks, Kool-Aid and a smile, and you'll be fine.
That's why when I made my Splatoon video, which is funny too, because when I did my Splatoon video, the first thing was a thumbs down. I'm like, dude,
Hmm.
I gave you three options and I agree with everybody, and you still gave me a thumbs down. Wow, good God, people just so animated about this stuff.
Yeah. Like, that is my only issue with it. Like, I don't have a problem with anybody buying it new. The reason, I'm just going to put it like this. I want people to buy that game Splatoon new because I want it to have a sequel. I see the potential in the game. My reason for buying it used is because I do not condone the producers and the developers
Nintendo.
and what they're saying behind it. Nintendo, what they're saying behind this game, the things they're saying about this game, and the way my hype for this game has gone down ever since they opened their mouth. So I'm not gonna sit up here and be a fan of Nintendo blindly and let them say what they want to say to me, the consumer. Well, then, you know what? This is how you feel about, about your product. This is how you treat your consumer. Why should I support you? That's where I'm coming from. Why should I support you if this is how you feel, how you're gonna treat your consumer? If everybody else is okay with how they're acting, what they're saying, kudos to you. Buy the game new so it can get a sequel, and I'll support the sequel then. But until then, I'm not supporting this game the way it should be supported, and I'm glad there are people that are supporting. If people can't understand that, I don't know what to tell you. Like I said, I'll have a Coke and a smile. I don't know what to tell you. But it's my prerogative how I'm going to spend my money. So get mad, make your videos, try to change my mind all you want, but you're not. I have a strong mind. I'm going to say what I want to say. I'm going to do what I want to do, and that's just the end of that. You can do what you want to do. You
what
can
if they
say
would
what
just-
you want to say, and it's
What
fine.
if they would? What if they were just trolling everybody and they end up having voice chat and all that stuff, anyways?
And that would be fine.
Nah,
And I would, if they have it, that's fine. It ain't even about the voice chat at this point. Like, literally, I don't give a two hoots about the voice chat. Whether they put it in or not, I'm still getting the game. That is the bottom line. I'm still getting the game because I see the potential in it. But I don't condone what Nintendo is saying behind this game and how they're treating me, the consumer. You're not going to just bend me over the couch. You're just not gonna. I don't care who you are. So guess
Trying.
what? They trying. They can keep trying, but they're not gonna
Oh
be me
my
over the couch. I'm not gonna
God.
blindly support Nintendo. I'm just not gonna do that.
Oh Lord.
So
Okay, I didn't think you would take it there, girl. Damn.
no, I'm just saying. I
No,
didn't
I
want to get
got
too
you. I
vulgar. I
got you.
apologize, but I'm just saying.
No, that's not, you gotta
That's just
apologize for that. It's
yeah,
cool.
but it's just it's how we feel about third parties and how they've been acting with how they're making you spend 40 to $100 on video games and stuff like that.
Oh, we gotta talk about
You
that.
don't like yeah, you don't like that, but you want me to let Nintendo essentially tell me how oh well, if you don't need that feature, you can find it elsewhere. But what? You could just put it in the game. And 9 times out of 10, I probably even wouldn't use it even if it is in the game. So hypocrite, yes, but I don't care. I
It's an
don't give
option.
to like it's just the I don't know, it's just the audacity behind it. I just don't like how they're treating this. Like they're treating me as a consumer. Oh, you can find other means of, playing the game. What? What why? Why don't you just put it in there? You're trying to gather a bunch and that's the thing about it. They said they were trying to get a new crowd of people to be interested in a new form of shooter. Well, put something that's fairly standard in it to kind of to you catch more flies with honey is what they say. So sweeten the pot a little bit for those people that prefer to have voice chat. Make it in a sense where you put the game in, you get the voice chat. Do you want it? No, yes, no, turn it off, whatever the case may be, and you never have to worry about it again. And then you got people saying, well, I don't need voice chat, I can use Skype and this. Well, what you said you don't need voice chat, why are you using Skype? Any of that? Why? What? Hypocrites?
I'm with you on that part. That last
That's
part you
just
just said, I am with you with that
yeah,
part
that
right
just
there.
doesn't make
People
sense to
say
me.
that.
You don't
Yeah.
need voice chat, but you're gonna use Skype or Hangouts or a raid call and stuff. Well, why not? We have it in the game, and we ain't gotta use none of that crap. Why not? I don't understand how people there's freaking double standards and hypocrisy. It just irritates the hell out of me. But don't tell me how to spend my money. That's the number one thing.
All right, Diva, take it.
There we go. Done.
Hey, I'm over here listening.
I know, right?
Just saying. That's
this is the
only
Diva
where I'm
cast.
coming from.
This is the Diva cast. This ain't no N cast no more.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to take
Nah,
over.
it's cool, girl. I'm messing with you.
Yeah, that's
No,
all
but
I'm coming. That's all where I'm coming
look,
from. Just
look.
don't tell me how to spend my
No,
money.
I got you. Look, I mean, when I made when I made my Splatoon video, like I said, I had you and Big Hug and Alex in mind because I respect what you guys do because again, it's your wallet. Y'all do what you want to do.
Right.
Now, like I said, I made the video when the first time we did the whole we have a voice thing. When we did that,
Yeah.
I did a whole video explaining why. Now again, some people might look at it as damage control. The point is,
Right.
I've been in the company, I've seen what's going on, and I understand the second part where he tried to, like as you say, when the developer say you try something else, I could see that being offending to a lot of people. I'm not denying that part.
Right.
The experience part, I can't say because that's human nature.
Mm-hmm.
If something happens bad, you're gonna be jaded in your product. Everybody's gonna do that. Nobody's above that. If something happens bad to you, you're gonna do that like that. So that's cool. The Nintendo part right there is what everybody's talking about, which is they made a choice to not have voice chat, and basically the developer back Nintendo up. They made a choice. Nintendo is kind of like me in a way, saying that I just want to avoid the headache of any lawsuits or any crap. As much as Coupon, Timeout, me, and everybody else who are core Nintendo fans, and we love Nintendo for what it is, and we call them out in the BS. I have no problem with that either. But majority of Nintendo fans are people who are family and mom and pops.
And
who
that's
don't,
fine. Yeah.
And no, I'm not saying, but as a company, you would not put you
don't want to put yourself out there.
Yeah, you capitulate to your mass. You don't capitulate to the core because you know the core is gonna bite no matter what. We got elections coming up. 1/3 of the country gonna vote Democrat. 1/3 of the country gonna vote Republican. It's the 1/3 is what they're trying to get, which is independent or whatever. They're trying to get that 1/3 to make a difference.
Right.
So that's what Nintendo's gonna do. They had I don't know if I put this in this video, so let me point this out. In 2007, because who brought this up? Was it Zen or it was Zen Gamer and Mega Gamer who brought it when the whole thing popped off and it was saying about lawsuits and waivers and stuff.
Yeah.
And In 2007, there was a contest in California, which was because everybody knew you couldn't get a Wii when you first came out. It was hard as hell. I mean, I got one because of luck, but it had a contest called No Wii for a Wii, meaning that you had to drink a lot of water and not use the bathroom. The most person when you drink the most water, won a free Wii and games and everything. They told that mother, it was basically a lady. They told the lady, hey, this is dangerous. Desensitization to your body is dangerous. You could die from this. She still went. She signed a waiver because Mega Game was like, why don't you just sign a waiver and it will be straightened out? Well, here's the problem. She signed a waiver. They told her it's dangerous. She won the contest. 2 hours later, she died.
Oh wow.
She died. Now, even though she signed a waiver and everything, and you could Google this to check it out. I heard it live when I was having the news, but I'm talking about that's why it's sticking in my mind. They of course the family sued, of course. They got $4 million.
Mm.
Now, my thing is that I'm a compassionate person, but you see, one of my phrases is if you play a stupid game, you win a stupid prize. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
She went there. They warned her. They told her all this stuff. And the problem with the waiver, which I've seen in real life too, when you go in front of a court of people, or peers, a jury, they're gonna say, "Oh, the kids are something, whatever," and they're gonna award them the money. If this was just straight in a judge thing, it would have been the waiver would have would have stand in the legal binding.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm trying to say is not an excuse for Nintendo. My point is Sony, Microsoft, Apple, everybody gets sued every year for frivolous lawsuits.
Oh yeah, all the time.
I just went through one last year. Thank God I won too. But I put 75,000 on the side for my company just in case anybody come up with their bullcrap. I've been sued twice and I've won twice, but I don't want to take a chance with people with their stupidity. Now this is not like I said. I'm not explaining this to you, Coupon, because like I said, is because what you were saying is I understand where you're coming from, but with the arrogance what he said about that. But Nintendo just they still getting people suing to this day with the 3DS. About even though they said I gave you an option of a 2DS, so kids should not play. There are people still suing them.
Nintendo is good at what they do. They do what they do so well, and that's fine. I don't have a problem with that.
No, I'm just saying. But my
Yeah,
point is,
they're awesome.
and I'm not saying. I'm saying this mostly for people out there who listen and who will listen in the future.
Yeah.
Is that
Yep.
that's why they didn't put voice chat in. Everybody has bad experience and everything else, and they made a decision. Because the Wii U has I've seen the dev kit. They have the capability to do voice chat.
Oh yeah,
That's
we
their
know
choice.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. We know that. So that's one thing. But again, I don't like you said, Coupon, which is true. If you're gonna buy the game used or not or whatever, I don't care. Why would I care what somebody else do with their money?
Right.
I don't get that part right there.
Like that is where the irritation came in. Like you literally are that mad, that livid at what I do with my money. I'm swinging on. I mean, what? I mean, it's my money. It's mine. Why do you care? Give me some money, and I will buy it new if that's what you want. I'll buy it new, but you got to give me the money if that's what you want. It's just.
You know what? That's your answer.
That's the silliness behind it. Like I'm gonna come to your shadow and tell you you can't buy that new. You can't buy that used. That's so rude. That's so rude.
Yeah, because I might since I just started my channel, just basically generating whatever. Even though I'm a Nintendo fan, I've never told anybody to buy a Wii U or a 3DS. Never.
Yeah,
Right.
that's what my
That's your
buying
choice.
either.
That's your choice. I just give a recommendation. It's a good system. I love it for what it's worth. There's some downtimes, and you make your decision from there. That's
No,
up to
but
you
that's
if
what I'm.
it's
But that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. It's like I don't because if you don't see what I'm talking about is cool to you, then I'm not gonna say
Right. It's not for you.
go ahead. Yeah.
There's
So-
nothing I can really say or do to make you want a Wii U in the way that I like having my Wii U. But I can give you some suggestions, tell you what my experience is, and you can go from there.
Man, people, that's the part about this community that we get crazy about. Like I said, that's
Yeah.
where the butt hurting coming from. And like I said, when you were in the last cast was with us, when that guy from Bear Hugger called you the C word, I was like, wow,
That's
Wow.
fine. That doesn't bother me. Words have never been a thing.
Neither have it. Neither has it
But
been
at the
for me
same time,
too.
it's like, why would you call me that when I haven't said nothing out of the ordinary? I haven't said anything to really offend anybody. And if I did, let me know rather than calling me that. But okay, whatever. You got to get something off his chest. You got it off your chest. You feel better, bro? You mad?
Oh
uh,
man.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
it is what it
Like I
is.
said, people are stupid.
Yeah.
I say it all
Well,
the time.
as
People are stupid.
if you ain't know my phrase, one of my phrases, if my sister were here, she would say one of my phrases is "people are stupid, individuals smart." I've learned that through history, and I'm like, that is basically what it is.
Yeah, you get
Because
into
I've
that
seen so many
hive-like
people.
mind.
Yeah, I've seen so many people
So,
do so many stupid things as a people, but it's only the individuals that make a person do what they want.
yeah.
So it's crazy, but you know what? That was one topic out of the way. Like I said, the direct is next week for Splatoon. The only reason one of the reasons I like you say Coupon all the time. I want to give Splatoon a chance, and I gave it up to you more Coupon in the how should I say it? When I give because in the video I said I give bigger respects for people like you who are multi owners who has Xbox One and
Mhm.
bought Sunset Overdrive.
Yeah, it's an awesome game. I don't understand why it didn't get as much publicity and nobody's buying it. It's so
And
It's
sad.
you
not the
know what?
popular choice.
You
It's
know
Oh
not
what?
the
my god,
popular
that
choice.
game is freaking awesome, you people. Why?
But
It's not the popular choice.
it's not the
That
popular
I
choice
know, and that
one,
is exactly why it's not
but
popular.
two. Here's the thing. There was an interview, and I forgot the guy name again. Dang, damn it! One of the developers for Izame. If these guys are gonna make a Sunset Over 2, it's a
I,
small chance. It's not gonna be
I
console
doubt it.
exclusive. It's not
I
gonna be
don't
a
think.
console
I
exclusive.
don't even think they're gonna make a part two. I don't think that it didn't make enough money to get a part two. Did it even hit million at all?
Yeah, it hit a million, but
Oh,
you see
did it?
what? Yes, because of the whole sales with the Xbox and everything, the bundling and
Mhm.
everything. Yeah, but you
Yeah.
see one thing a lot of people, which I would think you understand when I do my stuff on Google Plus Now coupons, like since I'm the business guy and I've seen some things, there's a difference between profits and sales. I
Yeah.
don't understand. People don't ever see that. There's a difference between profits and sales
Yeah, you can
because
sell all day. Are you made a profit off of that?
well, Xbox is gonna learn hard because right now,
Mm.
I said it again, Xbox fanboys, guys, right now, the console is selling at a loss. The shareholders already cut them purse strings. If
Mhm.
they make one more console after this, and if it sells for a loss again, that's it. Xbox division is done. They're not gonna make no more Xbox. That's why they're trying to do the whole Xbox streaming for the Windows 10, so you could
Mhm.
make it app based. But again, they have Xbox One, the first Xbox. Why I hate that. Just like the Wii U, I hate that name. I really hate that
No, yeah, the name is so stupid. They should have never,
Xbox
ever.
One. Oh my
Xbox One, why? Wii U, what made you think the Wii would carry over into the next generation? Like, I'm glad they made an announcement that the next Nintendo console will not adopt the Wii name. Thank
yeah,
God.
yeah, yes, yes. You're right. But my thing is, but
But
my point was the original
Xbox
Xbox
One.
was sold for a loss.
Yeah.
360 for the beginning was sold for a loss, and then it was going to make a profit, and then of course came the Red Ring of Death, and that shut
Ah,
down. That shut down.
everything.
Yeah, that shut down everything, and then they didn't make profits until 2000 and I think 12. Yes, 2012
Mhm.
is when Xbox started making profit. Xbox 360 was making profit,
Oh, okay.
and right now it was never made. Xbox One never made a profit off the console. And
Mhm.
when they dropped the price, they still ain't making a profit off the console. And the shareholders are pissed. Like we talked about the first time when you won the first ACAS coupon.
Yeah.
These shareholders don't give a damn about the schemers. They don't
They
care
don't.
about
They're
us.
worried about their wallets and their pockets. They
Yeah,
want that money, and if they're not
they
seeing
want
that
that
money,
turnaround.
they could care less about whiny little gamers. Like, we don't care about them little dudes. Like, we want our profit, and where is it? We don't see it. Get rid of this freaking division. We need to work on other, put our eyes on other crap.
Well, if they get
But
rid of Xbox
they,
Division, then they'll pretty much be making more because we ain't wasting money on Xbox.
No,
pretty
it will.
much.
Yeah, that's what
And,
it will be.
and Microsoft got like money up to,
Yeah.
But
but
that's my
and
but
if
that's
they're
my
losing
point.
all that money, they're gonna get rid of it. Yeah.
No, but
Activision
no.
is
But here's
draining
the
them.
thing, though. That's my point to accentuate the greediness. The
Yeah.
Xbox One division, no Xbox One, the Xbox division makes about what, 2 to 3% of Microsoft overall money, and they're so greedy that they don't even care about for that 1 to 2, 3% profit. They
Mhm.
don't care. They don't care, and it gets into a topic right now that I want to talk about, which is what about Nintendo with
Seems like they're doing good. They're
oh
making profit
well you,
apparently.
well you know
I don't know.
my championship belt shoulders get a little too heavy talking common sense now. That I put
I
up.
don't normally talk sales, profits, and all that stuff because if I ain't seeing none of that money, what do I care? But
No, I am
game,
no my
hey.
no my thing. I get what you're saying.
But I get what you're coming from with it though.
Yeah, why I talk about that is, of course, if they make profits, that means they're gonna make more games and they're gonna be around longer. That's the
Yeah.
way I look at it.
And that's how I look at it too. Like, okay, they
Yeah,
got money in the bank, so they can still stick around and do their thing. Cool. And that's as far as it goes. Other than that, I don't care who's winning the whatever
console war. I know.
console
Yeah.
war crap. Who cares? It's a popularity contest. They all whack. All of these systems are whack to in the sense of the standard that we're supposed to be having right now.
Yep.
They're all whack, but you gotta take what you can get. So game on.
Well, the point I was gonna bring up is like this, like is what is like when people talked about like Nintendo get this stuff. I'm just giving a good example because this is happening. When the people said Nintendo, get your stuff together, blah 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 blah. Now with Red Knight when he did the We Have a Voice chat thing, that was a
Mhm.
straight, calm, clear message that it had
Uh
no
huh.
negativity to it. It was showing that we have our consoles, like you did your picture and I did my picture and everybody did the
Mhm.
picture, showing that we own the system,
On
Nintendo.
the console.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that was a nice, clear message.
Yeah.
But when you put up all the other crap videos where you bitching and negative about, here's one thing: there are two factors in Nintendo.
Oh yeah.
The fact that you have the Miyamoto side, which basically Iwata, Miyamoto, Takeda. Those guys are executives, and all three of those guys are game designers. So they know when the product is good, they say, okay, send it out.
Yeah.
The other fraction, of course, is the shareholders. And when people make up their angry rants and with everything else, the shareholders are like, well, see, the community wants free to play. They want DLC. That's what the shareholders are bashing Iwata with. So when when people talk about, oh, we need this and this and that, and we need this with the DLC, and we need to get up with the times, the shareholders are saying, well, we have fans out there making videos saying that they want pre-order this and DLC that and free to play games and because and they're gonna make of course they provide the money, so Iwata gonna have to like say, okay, well, and that's why he do the whole free to play games and everything else that people don't like, but because I agree with video game her when she talk about the whole DLC, and I think you said the same thing too, Coupon, with the whole DLC with the amiibos.
Yeah. They're
It's,
DLC.
they're DLC. And Nintendo's walking that fine line. Sometimes they're gonna jump off it.
They're towing that line right now because
Yeah,
it's
but they're
like,
gonna jump off sooner or
but
later.
they're gonna jump off sooner or later, and the DLC on these amiibos is gonna piss a lot of people off. I'm only collecting them, so it's not gonna bother me one way or another. But with the Mario, the Mario Party 10, that was a big eye opener. It's like, that's what's gonna happen in the future. They're gonna take a whole game, a whole portion of a game and lock it behind amiibos. And you already see how hard it is to get these things. So good luck, Chuck. Yeah. So,
but that's what I'm saying. It's gonna happen. You're right. It's gonna happen in the future. I can
gonna
see it
happen.
happening.
Mhm.
It's. I mean, the way they did it was you buy this thing, you get for people like me and Katie, we
Mhm.
buy it, we use it for our games once for the games that we play. 'Cause we do use it. We don't go out and buy every single amiibo.
Yeah.
And I give respect to anybody who do that. But
Roger that, me.
my thing is when I come and see gamers crying and stuff like that. I'm not for real. I am not calling you coupon.
I don't care.
But no, no, I have respect for you. I'm not gonna
That's
do
fine.
that.
It's all good.
Yeah, but my thing is when I had a conversation with this guy. He was saying about, man, Nintendo, Sony, or Microsoft. I don't care which company, but they were like, these guys need to go to the hardcore of the people And you know, we are the fans who go out there at 12 o'clock at night and all this stuff. They need to. I'm like, dude. You taking this a little too serious. Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft ain't don't have you out till 2 o'clock in the morning to buy this game. You got out of your own bed,
Yeah.
jumped in your own car,
Hmm.
and drove there. And that's the store that made you go do that because you could wait.
That is your choice to do that. Period.
Yeah, take responsibility for that.
Right. I don't
But
see Nintendo up in nobody's house telling them, "Hey, you need to go." Like, no, that's me getting up early in the morning to go get to the store before, a line starts. I could be mad at Nintendo all day and bitch and rave and moan about it, but at the end of the day, it's me who did it, not Nintendo. So,
I, that's my point of saying not Nintendo, Sony, or Microsoft that does it. And the thing that kills me, I know for sure, because it'll be a horrible nightmare for you, Copa and Mario.
like, I get
up in
upset.
your-
I get so upset, but at the same time, I know it ain't their. I could choose not to get these things at all, but
Yeah.
I like them. So hey, what can I do?
Well, like I said, coming from where I come from, is like there's only 4 things that I would line up in the world for: food, water, medicine, or family members, something like with my family member. I ain't lined up for nothing. I'm sorry. Oh, these people take it too
That's
serious
all
with these
good. I
games.
agree. Yeah.
So when that guy told me, I'm like, dude, calm down on that stuff. You know what I mean? Yo, Double M, are you there?
Yep.
All right,
Hi.
brother. What's going on?
Hey, what's up? Nothing much. I'm going to be speaking a bit quietly.
What's up?
Well, like I said, our topic's basically are we gamers or are we crybabies, and like I said, we got the diva here. She's going off on some of these people right now already.
Just one question. Who's
Yeah.
we? Because I ain't crying over nothing.
Well, I meant it metaphorically, sir. You know what I mean.
I know. I'm taking the mic.
Nah,
You should know
because
me by now.
yeah, I got you. I know, man. It's just when I'm seeing these videos of people getting butthole over people's videos. It's just I don't see why. And like I told time when we first started, 90% of the people who are gamers, you know what they're doing? They're playing their games and enjoying it. They're not on YouTube making a big hoorah about the 10% of the minority, or like content creators.
Yeah, I wouldn't even call them content creators.
Well,
Content creator, as a content creator, you're kind of meant to come up with like
Something.
original content, not bitching over someone's opinion.
I know, right?
Content bitchers. Opinion bitchers.
I don't. It's just funny because I want to do a video. I'm gonna do a video called phrases because I like to hear what all these guys say their phrases, and it's like, you know what you just said, and you don't even know how to use the phrase in the right term. And
Most people don't.
The playground.
Most people don't. I mean, a lot of phrases that are people use in their everyday lives. I mean, if you actually decode these phrases, a lot of them aren't actually positive.
Nope. No, because one of the phrases I've heard, including with the whole Nintendo content, whatever on YouTube, blah 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 mess that I did a video about, and so far everybody's like taking it nicely.
We've never talked about that because I just didn't. I was like, it sucks, whatever. I don't care. I'm not making.
No,
a video
I
about it.
understand.
I just never could bring myself to care.
I got you.
That's just where I was at. Like, whatever. I'll let everybody else bitch about it.
I understand. Like I said, it took a while I was ignoring it for a while, but then people was asking me what I thought about it, so I did a video about it.
That's fine. Nothing wrong with that.
No.
It's just like when you see like when news comes out and then you see all the videos of people crying and bitching about something. It kind of, for me, I'm just like, why do I even need to make a video? Everybody else has made one. I'm good. That's just where I come from. Like, I'm not gonna make a video about it. I don't care. I'm done. Everybody else made one. They're good. I'm good. That's essentially me making a video right there.
No, I understand. I was just pointing out. But the thing about it is, I just keep pointing out logical facts to some of these people, and that's what I've gotten a lot of positive response to.
Yeah, that's always good.
Because it's just I didn't attack no. The only person I attacked because I love going to what Double M said in phrases. I love when people say, "Oh man, it's free advertisement." Well, if it's free advertisement, why don't you just put the video up? Because we don't know it. They don't strike it. They just strike it. They don't pull it down. Why don't you just put it up there and let it play? That'll be free advertisement.
It's still advertisement either way. I get strikes all the time. Every once in a while, I don't get one, and I'm like, okay, well, whatever. If I decided to monetize on my videos, would I take them down? No, I don't care. So
But that's what and that's what. But that's the thing that killed me. That's why when I made a video about Joe and Rich and everybody else, it's like,
well, they're in it for the money.
well, their main one, their main.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say sorry. I'm gonna say their main money is from YouTube. That's where they make their main money from. But my thing is this: if this is your main money, what makes you different from anybody else with a regular job?
Or business, like you say.
Yeah, so if like when I was doing my architect job and the housing market crashed, hey, I was screwed just like anybody else. Just like if you were in a grocery store, you're screwed. So what if the internet crashed there? You screwed because of YouTube. What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? Gotta have a fallback plan.
But it's just like, they people complain about their videos getting flagged, and it's just like, it's not your it's not your right to decide what a company chooses to do with their content. If they don't want people putting their content out there, it's up to them.
Yeah, I mean, it's I'm
on both sides of the track. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that Nintendo's completely correct about it, but they do have the right to protect their property. That's 100%. They have the right to do it. At the same time, they could possibly be a little bit more lenient and get more people out there to show their stuff, but at the end of the day, if you weren't going to put up Nintendo content and you need them to actually let you get more money for putting up their content, I'm sorry, no. You never were going to put up their content to begin with. You just wanted to bitch and moan about something, and that's just where it comes from. And that's my thing with the Angry Joe thing. He found a reason to about something, and he got everyone. They watched that second video he put up about him, about his being upset with Nintendo, and he made his money that way. So kudos to him. He was smart. He was a mastermind behind that, and people didn't notice that, or if they didn't notice, they're retarded, because that's what he did.
But to the South coupon. But in my video, I showed a way that he could have made 10 times more money if he did it the way I said in my video. And he could have made way more money than he did, but he went that route. My thing is this, like you said with Nintendo stuff, this is my thing. When we all created our accounts, in the terms and agreements, it says you should not use copyrighted material. So from the get-go, you're already breaking one of the laws or rules of YouTube and a law. You're already breaking that already.
Well, it's just like when I made my most recent video. The one thing I was worried about, I thought Warner Bros. Was going to flag the sound.
Yeah, because you used the Superman thing. I saw that, and I thumbs it up. It was good, yeah.
But, so when I first did it, I put my video as unlisted, waited for a while, see if anything happened, and then when, I saw it was cool, I just put it out public.
Well, like Timeout's the only person who really know who I am, really, because me and him talked at the last Endcast. But I had a contract to do. The show Burn Notice and White Collar. I did music for those two shows, and with White Collar, they get USA Network gave me the rights to use clips from the show to make a video, of course, so we could promote it. They gave me the rights. I put it on YouTube. I got copy strikes too as well, even though I have the right and it's my music. So also we got to worry about the YouTube bots, because they strike down some crazy stuff too.
But that's another thing as well. A lot of these things ain't necessarily even from the companies themselves. It's from YouTube. I mean, like I remember one time there was an issue earlier with YouTube went on like a flag massacre. And video game companies, including Nintendo, were actually giving out advice to how you can avoid it.
Well,
so it just shows that a lot of these video game companies, they're not necessarily against you putting up their content. It's just how you go about it.
Well, and like I said in the video, my thing which was simple, was it breaks down into two things. In the video, I said this: if it's a mom and pop, somebody who's gonna go and buy a Nintendo or see a Nintendo game, whatever, if they go to YouTube now and they put a Nintendo game or whatever game is Nintendo, what is the first channel that pops up? Nintendo.
Hmm.
So I ain't gonna that video not gonna pop up before any YouTuber or any other person because that's their channel. So that mom and pop's gonna pick that. The family gonna pick that. Other than that, if you are a gamer, why do you need somebody else, as Coupon was talking about earlier in the podcast, why do you need somebody else to tell you what to buy? Then you're not a
Hmm.
gamer. That's where the
Hmm.
crybaby coming from. It's a simple logic, but that's why I don't. That's why the crybaby part comes from when I see people make these videos. It's like,
Crybabies
wow,
of a generation.
It's the generation of entitlement, innit?
you're right. It is.
Yeah, they
It is.
entitled, man. They entitled. Just
Well,
like you
they have.
said, Katie, like these YouTubers, especially these big ones, I mean, it's not their business, but it's pretty much like you say it. I think when it was off air, I guess you could say when they're it's pretty much their business. So just like any business, you gotta or say if you're a regular person, you want to have if you want to do something like shoot a video or something within the city, you might have to get a permit or something like that. You have guidelines that you can't do this, you can do that, you can't do this, and if you don't follow to a T, you be in some trouble to the smallest
But that's
degree. And some of
and
these YouTube channels, it's their main job. So if this is your main job, as Katie said last week, I think it was off air when he said it, but
Yeah.
Katie, you said it. Yeah, you said it. You gotta follow. Like some people use YouTube as their main job. So if companies gotta follow, these guidelines, and if YouTube's your main or your only job, and for these big YouTubers, then you gotta follow guidelines just like any other company in any other sector of any type of industry. You gotta follow a
Mhm.
guideline. It's your job. You have no matter if you like it or not, you gotta follow it. I mean,
and
you know.
and it's also the same thing as well. Like if they were actually running a actual business, thing, not knocking what they do on YouTube, but if they was actually run like a business that go through the legal paperwork and stuff like that, they would see that
Oh,
every little thing that they use that potentially belongs to another organization or another company, they're gonna have to sign some agreement or pay for it in some kind of way, shape, or form. I
yeah.
mean, yeah, I remember when McDonald's started putting out the whole "I'm loving it" thing on their advertisement. Do you know how much money they had to pay Justin Timberlake just to
Yeah.
use that one line of 3 words, and they had to pay Justin Timberlake millions just to have the permission to use it.
I mean, here's the thing I say too. Justin Timberlake can say, "Hey, that's free advertisement." You guys don't have. It could be free advertisement for anybody, but still, it's their content. They want to, maybe like I said, with KD, sometimes when people create stuff, no matter how many people to sell it to, no matter how many people may not buy it or not, sometimes they just don't want their stuff to be used a certain way that they have never planned it to be used. Or,
Hmm.
like I gave an instance where some people, I'm gonna use like some people paint pictures and stuff like that,
Hmm.
and like these pictures they sell for millions or a lot of money. I don't say millions, maybe thousands or hundreds. Sometimes they have like auctions or not auctions, but like some type of venue to where they like interact with people who want to buy their stuff, and sometimes they won't sell to people if they don't feel they'll take care of their picture. Yeah, they can make money from it, but sometimes they just won't sell it to you if they don't feel you're going to respect their work. If you're gonna give it to their kid, they're like, nah, I don't want to sell it to you if you're gonna give it to your kid. No disrespect to you, but I spend my hard-earned time on this, and so I see sometimes, if people like KD, you do music, like I said
Hmm.
last week when it was off air.
Hmm.
If you do music, or when you do music, I'm sure there's times to where you don't want people, you know, on your song messing it up or doing something that wasn't really particular to the actual song, and they're coming and doing their own thing. You don't want that. Maybe this, like I said, when I was in Germany, I had I was, just as a hobby, I did a song, and this one dude, I ain't say he's big, but he did a few shows and stuff within around the city, and he did some shows in the uh, in the Netherlands. I don't know if it was Amsterdam, but it was in the Netherlands somewhere. He done a few shows, and he wanted to he wanted to get on one of my songs, and I was like, let me hear. He had already recorded it, but I told the producer dude, let me hear what he did. I mean, yeah, with him on it, it would have been better because don't nobody know me at all. I'm just doing this as a hobby. Don't nobody know me at all. So with him getting on there, it would have been better, for me. It would have been really good publicity for me. I mean, not really good, but it would have been, 5 more people would have knew me, at least,
Yeah.
But either way, I still wanted to see what he had to, put on there because I didn't want him messing up my stuff. And I wanted to see how it was sounding, even if it would have been good free publicity. I still wanted it, to be used how I intended it music to sound, and it sounded good. So I was okay, yeah, he could be on there. But sometimes people who create stuff, regardless of what it may be, if it's good for them, if it gets them more views or more audience, sometimes they just don't want their stuff to be displayed in a manner they didn't want it to be displayed in, or used in this way. And that's how. I mean, I could see some video game developers being like that, like, hey, we didn't want this to be put like this, or we didn't want this to be showed like this, displayed like this, so we don't care how much advertisement they give us or how much money we can make from all these people seeing it. We don't want it to be viewed in this light, so therefore, we don't care. We're gonna, we may want to watch everybody who wants to put our videos of our game up. We may want to see what they actually do with it before we allow them to put it up. And I see, it's still a form of art, so people put their heart and time into it. Maybe sometimes they just don't want people messing up their stuff, or making because let's be honest, some YouTubers, they go crazy with some of these videos. They do cursing and do crazy stuff on these videos, just go berserk. And I could see some developers saying we don't want our stuff associated with that stuff, so let's just try to contain it somehow, because we don't want no matter if it's good publicity for us, we get more of an audience, we just don't want our stuff to be viewed like that, regardless. So some people just don't want their work to be in any way.
Well, it goes to what you said, because remember me and you had a conversation about when it comes with how should I say, when that HD Mario thing came up, and everybody, and Zen put out saying, hey, it's the number 8 in the YouTube, for the first time Mario's up there. Well, you basically explained now last week time out why it was up. One of the reasons why it was up there, which I was with that too, but my video was getting too long. I didn't want to put it in there. But
Yeah.
two was the way I saw it was someone it was all negative. It was never positive. I still remember when Mr. T, Shadow Fox, everybody commented on it. When the guy came out and he was like, he put in like, yo, this is what these guys did that Nintendo can't do. I'm like, so again, my comment was behind when you put the video up, and I was like, my comment was, it's a good-looking video, but to make your comment 100% true, you need to add a lot more things. That's all I said. And I put in the brackets behind that saying, I'm not attacking you. It's a cool video. I put it in parentheses. So that's all I said. Then the next thing he came back, he was like, well, you Nintendo guys need to stop defending Nintendo. I'm like, whoa. Where did I say Nintendo in my comment? I ain't said I ain't brought Nintendo in this thing at all. I didn't attack you. It was all negative stuff of saying what this guy could do that Nintendo can't do, and this and whatever. I don't understand how people want to go that route and mess with people's, how should I say, like mess with people, like Tom was saying, vision of what it is, because maybe people don't want to be viewed that way. And trust me, there's a lot, as we all know as Nintendo fans, there's a lot more negativity towards Nintendo than most other game consoles in this time and space right now, because we all get the power's lower, it's the kiddie games, all that usual blah 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 that we always get, which is irrelevant to me because I don't give a damn. I just play my games and have fun. That's all I gotta do.
Gentlemen, I must bounce. I have
No problem, Miss Diva. I think you got your piece out.
Yeah, I said what I had to say. I think I'm good.
Oh, I know you got your game out, so it's cool how it is. So yeah, thank you for joining us, Coupon.
Yep, no problem.
Oh,
You guys have a good one.
Oh yeah, and check out my latest video. I think you'll like it.
All right, I guess I will.
It's only a couple minutes.
Yeah,
Okay.
I saw
Yeah, I'll
it.
check it
You
out.
like it, yeah.
Okay,
All right,
cool.
Coupon.
Right, see ya.
What's up, Double M? It's been a
Nothing
while.
much.
It's
Same
been
old,
a while,
same old.
brother.
I know.
I've seen that video, and the first thing I was like, oh, this is Superman. Oh, okay. Oh man, it was a pretty good video. I'm gonna try to do something close to that, because the thing that killed me with, like I said, with gaming and everything, the Crybabies, all this stuff I'm talking about now is just so funny, because look at it now. Nintendo's put up these big profits, and let me see what and people already now saying, oh well, I mean my company Sony's losing money, which is kind of sucking for me, but I don't understand the whole sales and the sales and profits. People don't know the difference between that. And then the third party, like we talked about in the first episode. Look what's going on with Batman Arkham Knight. That is disgusting. I can't do that. I can't.
Batman Arkham Knight again.
The season pass $40 plus the game.
What is in this season pass that is $40?
Skins.
What's most likely going to translate to $29.99 over here.
Skins. Skins for the car. Tracks for the car, racing tracks for the Batmobile. Certain bad guy episodes for bad guys that want to add into it, and that's basically that I know of so far.
Okay, and I paid £11 and got 8 and got 16 tracks, 8 new cars and 6 new players.
That's the part that killed me. Look, I you know what? And anybody's listening to this in the future, really, like, look,
and 8 new colors for Yoshi and Shy Guy.
I know, and Mercedes Benz too. All of us was in there. Look, the reason when it comes to DLC, when it comes to Nintendo stuff, they did it better than other companies. But you back time out.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, like me and Tom I talked about last week. The skins for Smash Brothers DLC, they should at least lock that to the Amiibo. I don't think you should have paid for it. I'm not gonna give Nintendo pass on that.
Yeah, I agree with that one.
That one you should have. If you have the Amiibos already, people paying it, lock it to the Amiibos.
Don't get me wrong, they're cheap, but
it's not. It's just aesthetics. It's not changing nothing in the game. So they could have put it towards the game like that.
No, I think they could have even given it for free.
Well, yeah, I'm saying if they're gonna do the DLC thing, they're gonna go with like you said with the Amiibos. If they're gonna do it free, I'm with you too. They should have been free. Right now,
I think it should have been. I think it should have been free, like a loyalty gift to all those people that bought Smash Brothers. But
yeah,
I don't make the decisions at Nintendo, so.
No, but I understand that, but I'm with you that too. I'm not gonna give them a free pass for skins. I don't. When it comes to skins, I don't like that. That should have been a part of. That should have been part of it. The game. But then you got, like I said, but now you're gonna see people now because like I got a dude who's a friend who's gonna basically buy. He just spent $200 for 2 games for PlayStation, and that's what I mean. 2 games, $200.
That's stupid.
He already put down a pre-order for Black Ops 3 with the season pass. That was $100.
How the season pass is $100?
No, with the season pass is $100.
How much is the season pass?
I think it was again $40.
What? Oh God, I don't understand that.
No, I think it was $50. My mistake. It was $50 for the season pass. Yes. Yeah. But when you pre-order, you get like a 10% knockdown.
So it's still a lot of money for a season pass.
But that's what I'm saying. But you gain. That's what I'm saying though. You get that's $100 there for that game. And then he did the Batman Arkham Knight thing. So he spent $200 on 2 games.
And what do
you don't know nothing about in the future?
And what does he even get in these season pass for the Call of Duty one?
That one I do not know. I can't tell you about the Call of Duty one.
That's another thing as well. They put out these season passes, and half of them don't even tell you what you're getting.
I know.
Oh, they flock to them and buy them though.
What'd you say?
So they flock to the DLC and buy them.
But you see, that's what's hurting the industry right now because I have a next video that I put up last week. I didn't publicize it, but I'm gonna publicize it this week. It's called The Hype. I don't get into hype games no more. I don't do that, and I explain in the video why I don't get hype. But the problem is though, when people go out, they see this trailer, then go, "Oh man, this is crazy," and they go crazy, and they make these videos and they see the hype. The publishers are like, "We got these suckers. How you gonna pre-order?" And that's what's walking down. And once you pre-order, what are you gonna do? They're gonna lock the content.
Yep. They already got you.
They already got your money. They're gonna lock the content and do whatever you want. Like I said, I mean, people enjoy Mortal Kombat. Good for you guys, having fun with it. I'm not buying that game no time soon. I'm sorry. Year in edition or whatever. Because that's that all that DLC stuff that was with that. You lock away like Goro and main characters and no, I
And that's
can't do
another
that.
thing as well. They put out these season passes, and then a year later they'll make a game of the year edition with all the DLC in there.
That's what kills me. And but you see, gamers are impatient. That's why I say they're like crybabies. They're impatient. They
It's true.
got to have the new shiny stuff right there, right now, to what? To brag to their friends. Hey, I got this new shiny stuff, like right now, and then they'll blame cool, keep it cool, because I know, I have a hookup, so I'm not trying to put it on nobody. I'm gonna get no, because right now everybody's looking for me, but my boy Kenji's gonna send me, should be coming next week, the collector's edition of Xenoblade Chronicles X.
I want to
And
shoot you.
Huh?
I'm gonna shoot you.
Well, what you need to do is find a friend who works in Nintendo, and then you'll be all right. That ain't my fault. I found that friend.
Can't you just link me to your friend?
I can link you to my friend if you want. If you want hookups, now I can hook you up if you want. We'll talk about that after the show. But anyway, I'm gonna get the game. I just want to get the game experience in. I'm not gonna play because I don't speak Japanese fluently, of course, or should I say I can't read kanji. So I'm gonna just.
Can't you put English subtitles on it?
Huh?
Can't you put English subtitles on it?
According to what I've saw, they didn't put English subtitles on it, but I could be wrong. When I get the game, I'll get the game. I don't know.
Fair enough.
When I get the game, I'll just put up a video about. I'll put up a little video about what the game. Like I said, Pen Essence has a video detailing everything. I'm gonna just tell them my experience to a point, because I'll wait for the Japanese version to come out. Because once I get the collection with the CD, all that stuff, I'll just put it back together and just put it on shelf with my rest of my collectors. But my point is that I wait for like I said, the game's coming out is gonna be, everybody's looking for the hype because of the worlds and everything else. But I'm not gonna let that push me to pre-order anything. You're not gonna get the game. I'm not pre-ordering that, nor Splatoon, nor Zelda, nor none of that stuff. Those are good games. And with Splatoon, the only reason I'm buying Splatoon because as I wish the coupon left, and I wish you could have stayed out for a little more time, is because shooters are getting long in the tooth now. That genre is getting too long in the gaming.
What is?
Shooters.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it became popularly back in 2002 with Halo and Call of Duty 2 when they used the whole old style, and then of course when Modern Warfare came up, it got a resurgence, and then from then on, everybody's going, you gotta be shooter, gotta be shooter, gotta be shooter.
And then as time gone on, everyone's tried to make theirs more and more like Call of Duty.
And they have failed many times too.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing about it, that's what I'm saying, it's getting too long in the tooth, because let's look at this. Back in the 90s, you had surges come up and they drop quick, like maybe 2, 3, 4 years. Side scrollers.
Mm-hmm.
Then you had beat 'em ups. Then you had JRPGs with a turn base. Then you had 3D platformers. Then platformers. Then became fighting games, because Street Fighter really took off, and everybody was Street Fighter, Tekken, Ballerina, Toshienden, Marvel vs. Capcom.
Mm-hmm.
But then shooter came in, people liked it, and then it just stayed along. It's been 2001, so good grief, man. It's almost like 15 years.
It's crazy, man. It's been going on for quite a while now, man.
Yeah, so you telling me this genre has gone on for 15 years without that much stuff? That's why I'm like, that's why I like Sunset Overdrive. It's something different. That's why I like Splatoon. It's different. It's not going down, staying on one side, shoot. No, it's going in the ink, getting a strategy.
That fucked your first baby mama.
Mm-hmm.
Listen.
It takes it from a different perspective as well. I mean, paintballing. Like I look at Splatoon and I think to myself, this doesn't need to be a game. This needs to be real life.
Well, if you could, I don't know how you're gonna dive in the ink, sir.
What he said,
Okay, apart from the diving in the ink part.
Okay. But
But
I
the
mean,
paint, but shooting the paint, but shooting paint at people in a random yard. Yeah,
Mhm.
go for it.
if you can read one full page of
Yeah,
a
it
Harry
is.
Potter book, nigga,
Yeah,
I'll
who got a
give
back feed?
750,000 to whatever charitable organization you want.
Oh, time out.
Yeah, what's up?
Oh, okay. So you had a back feed there that was coming in a little louder than usual, man. Now I was just making sure. Now I mean, 50 cents or something. Like, what the hell? So now I'm just making sure. But now I'm just saying that's what it's Splatoon. That's why it's different. I mean, you're right. I would love to see the whole there's paint and gun thing, but trust me, there gonna be some strategies in that game that gonna be awesome. I think we get a direct next week.
Mhm.
We're gonna
And
find out. Huh?
yeah, there's gonna be strategies, but then there's also gonna be those competitive players that feel like they have to win and they're just gonna spam their way through.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be those. But yeah, I think it's gonna be I think people gonna be able to do teamwork more than they expect to without voice chat. Because
Yeah,
it's not.
because
I don't
I
understand.
don't think it's essential at all for voice chat to be because
Um,
the way voice chat is now, I don't think it's and until somebody comes with an innovative way to use voice chat, I still don't. I don't think it's pretty much.
This is the thing. People complain about voice chat. There's been team-based online shooters on the PC for God knows how long. PC's been doing voice chat for God knows how long. Voice chat is dinosaur technology on a PC right now. And even when it was available, people never really used it, and they still played team-based games perfectly fine.
yeah,
Because
I've,
it's not essential.
yeah, I've been on PC and I've played team-based games online, and it's just like you don't need voice chat. Most of your objectives that you need to follow show up on screen, and then from there, the game, team-based games are always made. Team-based games are always developed based around the aspect of team-based gameplay. So there's always going to be aspects inside the game that assist team play without you having to use voice chat or anything like that. So you'll always know what to do. Like if you play a video game and it's team-based and you see one of your teammates getting gunned down, do you need them to come on vocally tell you, come and help me?
No.
well in Black Ops,
Common sense will tell you to go and help them.
but it's also a button prompt in Black Ops to say, "Come help me."
Mm-hmm.
When I played the game, you had a button. You press, I think it was whatever it is. You press and it'll send out a signal, and also say, "Come, I'm down. Come help me. Come down. Come help me." And
Yeah, it's like a battlefield.
Button prompts are more effective as well because on-screen messaging is more effective than voice chat.
Yeah, because you see it. Because when voice chat, to me, it's a lot of chitter chatter. It's a lot of people not even talking about the game or complaining about getting killed in the game, cheating and stuff like that. That's what voice chat is. It's what you used to do when you I guess people don't want it for actual in-game play because even people and I'm not attacking nobody, but you people say that even for people use that excuse for hating Nintendo and you can hate Nintendo if they have voice chat, if that's what you want, but to say that just because it's a multiplayer game and it's dependent on teamwork, I believe in it's obvious that the developers made the game to not need voice chat at all because with the gamepad, integration and stuff like that. But overall, I think voice chat is just a means of trash talking or just talking in general without even regard to what's going on without regard to what's going on in the game because
I've used.
the only time I've used voice chat was I tried. Of course, when I first had voice call, I used it, but it was mostly just chitter chatter.
And that's all it is. People just use things like party chat and stuff like that because they don't want to. People just use things like party. People just want everything in one device. That's all it really comes down to. So it's just like they want to chat to their friends, they want to chat to their friends whilst they're playing their games. That's all it literally is, and that's fine. I'm nothing against that. But in the day and times we're in, if you just want to chat with people whilst you're playing games, there are so many ways to do it. There are so many ways to do it. Like, if you just want to chat with people whilst you're playing games, there are so many ways to do it. Like, if you just want to chat with people whilst you're playing games, there are so many ways to do it. Like, if you just want to chat with people whilst you're playing games, there are so many ways to do it. Like, if you just want to chat with people whilst you're playing games, there are so many ways to do it. Like, if you just want to chat with people whilst you're playing games, there are so many ways to do it. Like, if you just want to chat with people whilst you're playing games, there are so many ways to do it. Like, if you just want to chat with people whilst you're playing games, there are so many ways to do it. Like, if you just want to chat with people whilst you're playing games, there are so many ways to do it. Like, if you just want to chat with people whilst you're playing games, there are so many ways to do it. Like, if you just want to chat with people whilst you're playing games, there are so many ways to there are so many ways to do that. I mean, Hangouts is far more effective than any voice chat feature on any console. And with the technology we have today, you could literally just put your headset in your smartphone, put your smartphone on your lap, or put it down the table, whatever, play your game, and still be chatting to people on Google Hangouts.
Yeah, I mean,
There are ways around it.
I mean, but like the coupon said though, if that's important to you, you can work around it. If you don't want to work around, that's you. But it's like I said, the voice, like I said, because of what my boy Kenji told me, he's played the game more than anybody that I've known, and he say it's not needed. I believe him. I'm sorry, I'll go with what he said.
I don't think it's needed. I've never.
Yeah, it's
like, even playing Nintendo's games that are voice chatting them, I've never even had any issue talking to people online. I'm just because my game console is right next to my computer, so to play games and be on Hangouts is nothing for me.
I use Battlefield as an example. I don't play it. I only care for part 2 really. That's the only one I played. But I had part 3, but after that I haven't bought none since. But 2, that's the first one I played, and I think I told Katie I was amazed by it because that's like actual, unlike COD, it's actually team based, more team based. I say Battlefield is, but even then they have mechanics in the game to where you actually didn't need to communicate via voice chat. They had the buttons to where you could point when somebody was out on the map, depending on the difficulty level he's playing on, and you can if you needed ammo, if you needed to be some health, if you needed something to be fixed, you can just press on the D-pad what you needed, say hey come here, or if you needed some help, and it'll pop on screen and say hey this person needs this help, whatever. So you didn't voice chat is like you said, it's not necessarily
it's an additional feature, and to be honest, when you're talking in the context of video games, just playing games, it's a luxury. It is a luxury to have. It's a bonus, and people complain about Nintendo not having voice chat and stuff like that, but then both Sony and Microsoft charge for you to use their online service, so it's just like, how much if you're getting this service for free. I do understand Sony's, they allow you to do party chat on some level for free, but from the time you're not paying for the online service, how much can you really complain about? I'm not saying that if Nintendo wanted to put out party chat on their system, then I'm all for it, but if you're getting a free online service and it works more or less effectively, how much can you really complain about?
Dude, well, you're right. But it's a luxury, and the thing that came me is that everybody that I've seen want this all exclusive console. That's not gonna happen. No, there's nothing out there. There's no console has ever been made has ever been perfect. And then and the thing that killed me is that you have money. If you are a gamer to a certain age, you have money to buy any console you want. Like me and Doug, like we said before, I buy a Nintendo console for the exclusive. If Sony and Microsoft had exclusive that I care about, I would buy their console too. But if I want a third party, I play it on my PC. That's how I do it. That's how I do it. And I don't behold anybody out there who does that stuff. But you see what Cameron now is everybody's talking this stupid stuff about, Nintendo don't have third parties. Even though I explained it many times before, look what happened to look what's going on with third parties now, where you guys get nickel and dime and everything, and but you don't want to bring that aspect.
It's like a video I had with Triforce, and he said it quite clearly. It's just that I don't see why people are getting upset over third-party games, because right now third-party ain't really doing anything for anyone.
But it's all about the money. That's why I said at the beginning of the podcast, there are two factions in Nintendo, and when people make their angry videos and everything else saying Nintendo needs to get their stuff together, they always come with the whole Nintendo get this, do this, and like I said, well, that's why the shareholders are saying now, hey, free to play, mobile games, all that stuff. Let's see what they do in the future. Of course, what Nintendo do in the future, but all the stuff that you want from the other consoles and everything now, that's what the shareholders of Nintendo is bashing them overhead. When then you have the second faction, which is Shigeru Miyamoto, Takeda, Iwata, who's saying, hey, we want to make good games. and that's where the struggle is going on right now.
So Nintendo fighting with the shareholders, fighting with the gamers who want this and that. You know, they try and, and every company does this. I suppose, obviously, they balance in between, the shareholders and what they want. So it's three: what the gamers want, what they want, what the shareholders want.
Well,
They got to battle.
Well, like since I have you on here, Dublin, because I know you've been busy and doing your stuff. Like I said, what Kenji said about what happened to Zelda. Zelda was ready to go. It was ready to go. That's the part that irks me. But because people bitched about so much stuff, they say, you know what? Let's add more stuff in there. So they're padding the game.
Thing, go over that one with me, because what exactly happened?
Okay, I'll break it down easy once again. Remember on the Gamers Award?
Mm-hmm.
We do not know what the setup was when they did when Inuma and Shigeru was playing the game. Remember, Shigeru said like, "Oh, I remember there was bugs and there was apples here."
Mm-hmm.
So we don't know if they turned it off. We don't know if that's the build was what it was showing, but it was basically just a showpiece.
Yeah.
But what was the main grab that everybody talked about after Zelda came out? It was too big of a world. There's nothing to do. It looks boring.
But it was this is what I'm saying. People go on like that the game was fully made. It was just a demonstration.
But people don't see that. So what's going on right now? When I call Kenji, I'm like, dude, what's going on with Zelda? Don't tell me that they pushed it back because I put it. I was not surprised that Zelda got pushed back. You know what I mean? But then he said no, because people are talking about they're trying to put more side quests and everything in the world so you don't feel so empty. So right now they're padding the game.
This is the sad thing about it. They'll do all that stuff and people still complain, because look at Twilight Princess. Twilight Princess had a ton of things you can do, and people still complain that there was nothing you could really do in the world. I could name a bunch of things you could do in Twilight Princess.
And it was very immersive too, like the fishing and the shooting gallery.
Exactly. The fishing was deeper than any fishing game they brought on the Wii.
I know, right?
And that was just a feature in the game. And they had a full-on snowboarding course. They had the Rogo game, which had so many levels to it. They had the river. They had the
river racing. We had to shoot and move the boat around. Yeah.
They had the one where you had to climb up the waterfall as well. They had so many. Not to mention all the little secret locations with like heart pieces and stuff like that were just in the general world.
And don't forget the challenge cave, which was in the desert.
The Cave of Ordeals.
Yeah, which I went all the way down to the 100 and beat it. I was like, I had to do it.
Yeah, that was crazy, man.
Yeah, but my point is, they're doing that now, which is good for people like me, you who knows the game or whatever. But the point is, the game was ready to go. Candy told me it was ready to go, and it pushed it back because people was bitching.
Well, you know what? Well, that's what you get, isn't it?
That's why I didn't. When he told me that, I was like, I hate gamers for crying so much. Why don't we just get something to be happy? Because I think about it, there's never been a perfect game, and there's never going to be a perfect game. Every game has a flaw. Why don't we just let it be and enjoy our games? That's why I said the whole, or we cry. I'm not like we, like you said, not we, but why they're crybabies when they make all these crazy videos? It's annoying.
It's stupid, man.
And then we got people now making dumb decisions in many things. Like I wanted to bring up one thing was that kind of hurt everybody was saying about third-party games is the only thing that we need on all consoles. Well, Xbox, you guys had an IP that people were starving for, Banjo-Kazooie. You let two other game developers from Rare plus the other past Rare people left the company to create their own platonic games. They put up a Kickstarter, and in 24 hours they destroy the stretch goals.
You mean 24 hours in a few hours? What do you mean?
No, I mean talk about the stretch goals. I'm not saying in 40 minutes they got the 270 pounds. I know that. I'm talking about the stretch goal. They wanted to get up to 1.1 some million pounds so that everything could be released all together, and they did that in 24 hours. Now, guaranteed, that's because that's people from PC, that's people from Nintendo, that's people from Sony, and everybody who maybe have a fondness for those kind of games. But then again, that was an exclusive that they could have done on their own platform, and they just let that those guys walk away. That's stupid.
What do you mean?
That's Microsoft. That's stupid to let that happen.
It is.
You have Banjo Kazooie. They said, you know what? Well, forget you. Banjo Kazooie come up with ukulele, create a home game.
Well, it's just like the situation with Mega Man as well. Capcom, could have made a shitload if they invested in a new Mega Man, but Kenji Inafune decided to do a Kickstarter with what's it called, Mighty Number 9, and he's laughing right now.
Well, but here's the thing. Not only Mighty Number 9. Look at it really. He wanted the guy. Look, so we all know that he sold the rights. He sold the IP to Capcom when he made the game. We know that. What happened was, it's even worse than that because he wanted to make a Mega Man game. They didn't want to let him make a Mega Man game, which is stupid. So he did what you just said, Double M, created Mighty Number 9. But here's the thing: he created another game with NC Creates, a Zero Gun Vault. It sold. And now they're doing this. Now they're doing a sequel, and that's more money. That's money that Capcom could have get there too. And they just let it walk through the door. Just like with Shinji Mikami, he made pure Evil Within because he didn't like the way that Resident Evil was going, and he was right. And there's look at all these names that Capcom has done to let. That mess up that they could have money in the bank right now, but I don't know who was making those decisions.
And the only thing saving them right now is Monster Hunter.
Well, and the old IPs, because they start making money. People are still buying the old Mega Man games when they come out on Wii U and stuff.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Street Fighter is gonna save them a little bit too, because it's gonna be a fervor for it. I'm not gonna deny it. When Street Fighter 5 comes for PC, I'm gonna pick it up. I'm not gonna deny it. I'm not gonna buy no DLC, but I'll pick it up because I did it for Street Fighter 4. And because I would get fighting pad for my PC, but then you got like Square Enix now. Again, it goes back to what we were saying about the shooter thing when Cooper was talking about with Sunset Overdrive. It didn't sell what the Insomniac wanted to do.
How much
and
did
now
sell?
it should be about 1.3 million. It sold over the million. The problem is it was bundled 1 and 2 because. See, one thing about Nintendo, which I put in the video, that Nintendo do it. I think it was me and you guys were talking about it. Mario Kart 8. No, I don't. Okay, let's just do the original Mario Kart 8 because I don't with the DLC and stuff. I don't know what it is there. I might gotta go figure that out later on, whatever. But with original Mario Kart 8, it was between $15 to $25 million to create that game, while other companies spending $40, $50 million to create the game. I'm talking about creating the game, not the advertisement. Nintendo makes sure they develop the game for good, cheap costs, and that's what they make. Also, they make sure to say, hey, get all the time you could do everything. I mean, they rushed Smash Brothers, but they did it in the right way anyway. But my point is, like in my Splatoon video, that's what I said in the Splatoon video. Is Splatoon gonna sell 1 million? I don't know. Is it gonna be a franchise? I do not know either. But I guarantee you, 100%, that they're gonna make their money back and make a profit off that game, even if it's because they budget that way to make money.
Exactly.
You know how much times Square Enix went over their budget creating Final Fantasy 15, so they gotta sell a lot of that game to make that profit and money back up.
So Destiny numbers, man.
Huh?
I don't think they're gonna sell that though.
Numbers.
But my point is, if that game flops, and right now they're doing it. I think no. My thing is, I'm hoping they're doing it right way right now to make sure everybody gets the game kick. Because the problem with 14 and 13 was the gameplay. Looks great, but the gameplay didn't feel good. So if they get that right, then that will help them. But if they don't get that point, I think they might have to sell between 5 to 8 million of that game to make the money back. And if they don't do that, Square Enix will be say goodbye, bye to Square Enix, because that's I mean, Kingdom Hearts gonna help them out, but they put all their money, all their big budget is on Final Fantasy 15 right now.
That's
And
crazy, man.
well, that's what's gonna happen. And then look but see what happened, and it goes to our next point. When they are, how should I say it? Depending on one thing only, because look what's happening to Konami. Kojima's the only person. He's gonna leave now. What's gonna happen to Konami? They're gonna just do pachinkos. Silent Hill got canceled.
Konami is Kojima. Kojima is Konami.
Yeah, and I don't know if you saw my last Endcast with my kid sis and of course with Time Out Double M, but I've learned this quickly when I got to see Nintendo up close or whatever. Shigeru Miyamoto Nintendo did a smart thing. They did proteges, so the proteges could continue doing their game.
Yeah.
Kazuya is the one who's doing the Mario games. I forget it was Yako, whatever. Man, I forget his name. But after Double Dash, he was with Mario Kart, and he took over as the producer for Mario Kart. Inuma took over, of course, after Miyamoto gave him a challenge. Huh?
After Ocarina of Time, he took over doing Zelda.
Yeah, because Miyamoto gave him a challenge to come up with a new game for which was of course everybody knows Gaiden, but now is known as
No. Didn't he start? Wait, what was when did he fully take over the franchise? Was it Wind Waker or Twilight Princess?
He took basically he really took it over with Majora's Mask. Okay, it was a challenge. It was a challenge. Miyamoto challenged him to do it, turn over a Zelda game within a year, and he stepped up. He took the same assets from Ocarina of Time, made that game.
It's a damn good game.
It was a good game, but that's what I'm saying. And then after that, Miyamoto was like, well, he stepped to the plate. Enuma, you're the new producer of Zelda. And that's what happened. Miyamoto Nintendo did that whole thing. Even the guy who did what should I say? Look at his wiki page if you wanted. The guy who did the Nintendo remix, the NES remix, Ultimate remix, and all that stuff. He was also a protege of Miyamoto.
Okay.
That's what Capcom and Kojima and all these other publishers didn't do. They didn't let those guys have fun and just let them have proteges.
And that's why speaking. And when a lot of people say when people talk about Miyamoto retiring and stuff like that, when a lot of people get worried, I'm not worried because I know Miyamoto's done what he's had to do to make sure that to make sure that people in Nintendo will continue to keep developing good games and continue on his work.
Well,
right now, go on.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, right now, Miyamoto doesn't even have to do as much as in Nintendo because there's so many other people that he can trust to do the job for him.
Yeah, he's just an overseer right now. Because again, as many times as Retro Studios was gonna do stuff, it was Miyamoto's vision to make Metroid the way it was, Metroid Prime. He was there to say. That's what I said. Miyamoto overwatched Metroid Prime. Inuma watched over Hyrule Warriors. Takeda watched over Takeda and Iwata watched over Bayonetta 2. So they could see the quality and how everything was going. Now the only part like what you just said, if Miyamoto retires, and he's not retiring really, I don't think he will to a degree because he's that kind of person.
Yeah, I don't think he'll ever fully retire. I think he'll always play a part with Nintendo some way, shape or form, but he's coming up to that time where he's going to start taking a step back.
Well, he's 66 years old, so yeah.
Is he 66?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. I knew he was in his 60s.
He's up there.
I knew he was in his 60s, but I didn't know he was 66 already. No, he's 62.
He's 62?
Yeah.
Okay, my mistake then. I thought it was 66. Because I know Iwata's 54.
Yeah.
And then Takeda, I think he's up there in his 50s as well. The reason I'm saying that because, as I was explaining, those guys are the people who balance off the shareholders.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's why I forgot who was the guy who died, who the son of the second son. I forgot his name. That everybody called him the mafia boss for Nintendo.
Yamuchi.
Yamamuchi, yeah. That's why he put Iwata at the top of Nintendo because he knew that Iwata had an eye for the product.
Mm-hmm. He even said it in one of his interviews.
Yeah.
He said that he's not. He said that he's not the most aggressive. He's not the most aggressive CEO, but he has a good eye for business.
And good eye for the product. I mean, quality product. If you know that, hey, that grape or that soda or whatever looks good, hey, okay.
He more or less put Iwata on the top, knowing that knowing that Iwata is gonna make some mistakes.
Yeah, but like I said, look at it. But look at anybody out there. Look Wiki it or whatever, or Google it. Look at the top executives. All three of them are game designers.
Mm-hmm.
So they know that. Like I said, Shigeru Miyamoto, of course, is up there too. But that's what I'm saying. All of them are game designers. That's what it is. So you know what? I don't understand why people. Like I said, I don't know why Capcom did a little same thing too, or like I say, Konami did the same thing because it's wearing up all these companies that we grew up with. Is falling so far apart now.
Yeah.
We go up with Capcom, we go up with Konami, we go up with what's the next one? That's the Square Enix. Well, it was SquareSoft first, but then it became Square Enix. Yeah, we know that. We go up with those. We go up with those, and of course, Eidos got bought by Square Enix. I mean, all these companies that we all love. THQ got knocked out as a publisher. It was the first publisher really to get knocked out. EA's killing off game developers.
Mm-hmm.
So what's going on in the future? I don't know, man. It's crazy, and with all the stuff that's going on with DLC and everything, that's what killed me now with gamers. You want all these perfect games. You know you're not gonna get them, but you bitch about all this stuff. And then when the hype comes out, you pre-order the game, and then the first thing you know, you come out, and you ain't come out. You come out saying, "Oh man, this is not what it is."
I don't think these are gamers. I think these are just a bunch of butthurt people who feel insecure and just want to feel popular. And because gaming has taken such a boom, where it's becoming more popular than movies and music, everyone wants to jump on the bandwagon now.
Yeah. You're right. I can't argue with that point right there, because it is just annoying to see people getting all these butthurt, like you're saying.
I don't call half of these people gamers. I call them trend followers. Because that's what they're doing. They're following the trend.
Well, they're following the trend. I mean, for me right now, it's like I said, for me right now, just to see how all these guys make all these stupid videos. And like I said, even if you make a troll video and you put your, like you did your one with the when you made even though you made your comment about comments a bitch with the Zelda thing, but before that, your video, you said it was satire.
Mm-hmm.
With the whole Ganondorf laughing, which basically I'm gonna use a piece of that video to make my video in the future too, dude.
That's cool, man.
But it's just like I said, people it's entertainment or come up with news, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, people just crying over this is not like this because, like I said, it's funny to see everybody got hype about this whole Star Wars Battlefront. We don't know what's gonna go on with that game, and none of that stuff was. It was in engine, yes, but you ain't doing. I bet you ain't doing half of the stuff in that game in that trailer. And of course, after they reveal the trailer, pre-order bonuses, and it's just skins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with the skins.
Whatever happened to the days when you unlock skins after completing a game on a certain difficulty or something like that?
I don't. That's what killed me. Gamers nowadays just want instant gratification. With the way technology is right now, we got people right now who even think just putting a Pop-Tart in a microwave for 10 seconds is too long.
Impatient, man.
They're just impatient. We need that, like I said, when it comes to the game, you need that shiny new shit right in front of you right now to play and brag to say, hey, I got this right here. Like I said, I understand. Like I said, me and you the little jokes we crack about being, that I'm getting this and this because I got my hookups. And like I said, it's cool, but I'm not gonna be on YouTube saying, "Hey, I got this, guys. You want?" No, that's not me. I'm doing my channel for fun, and then it is what it is, and then to see what the next thing that's killing with gamers, and I know hopefully Timeout Jones back in because he was part of what I was gonna say is these guys get on YouTube and then start saying, "Oh, I know the news," and they put all these articles and all this stuff, and half the time they're freaking wrong.
It's just that it's just like I'm looking at these people, and I'm thinking, like, do you not have any form of reading comprehension whatsoever? Like, seriously, babe. Like, most of these people just look at the titles and then just think, yeah, Nintendo's doomed.
Well, and they always, like I said, since you're part of the Gamers Lodge, the same thing with the whole, Nintendo can't do voice chat. The system can't do this kind of graphics. They can't do this. They don't know nothing about specs or nothing. They're just dribbling on the same mantra all the time and just regurgitating the crap every second. I saw a video, and but this ain't not even Nintendo. I'll make it more widely known because, like I said, that's the part I wanted to do about timeout. There's a video talking about what's going on in China with the PlayStation 4, and the video. This guy came up saying about, wow, this thing is about. This is why PlayStation 4 has been getting high sale numbers because it's smuggling PlayStation 4 into China. Well, if you looked at the video from Bloomberg,
this is why what?
Basically, what happened is he put up a video. What happened was they're smuggling games into China. Because China has a ban on games. They have a ban on games, and if they sell it, basically, if they're gonna sell the games, they're selling the games in, I forgot the district, but they're selling it in one part of China, down Beijing, China. That district only you could buy the game, no place else. So what happened is the video where the guy put up the video when he found this out is he was saying that smugglers are smuggling PS4s into China, and it's boosting up PlayStation 4's sales number, and so he's saying that the sales number were fake.
Okay,
that's what he was saying, but that's not what's happening. What's happening is PlayStation also people are letting PlayStation 4 China's letting PlayStation 4 get sold in the country, but the problem is though they only allow 5 games. Okay. So you bought this PlayStation 4, but you only could play 5 games. So what happening is the smugglers are smuggling software, not hardware. Okay. You back time out.
Yeah, man.
You remember that video? We talked about it. Remember I was saying that's what you put about the smuggling?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was not hardware that smuggled in. It was software.
Yeah, I read that. I read the software. I just wasn't sure if it was like just for China or what was it, China?
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was just for China or if it was anywhere else.
No, China.
Then I was like, I don't know. It's Sony, so you can never know.
I got you, but it was software because the Chinese government only allow 5 games in the country.
Oh.
Okay. So that's it. Which is kind of crazy. You have all this software and only 5 games could play, and if none of the 5 games were not the ones that the buyers of the PS Store wanted to play in the first place.
But what I want to know is that what I want to know is why would you be concerned about? Why would you even be concerned about the fact that what's it called? Why would you even be concerned about the fact that why Sony has sold so much PS4s? If they've sold PS4s, and good on them.
Yeah, but he was trying in the video, because I watched it with time. I watched the video. He was trying to like say, hey,
he was trying
there was something wrong.
Yeah, make it seem like they were doing shady business.
Question, why do you care?
Because that's what he cares, not us. But like you just said, that's what he cares, because he wants to be. He wanted to say, "Hey, I found out." Look, when you find out a secret, sometimes people just want to say, "Oh, I found it out. Let me tell the whole world." That's just us. That's human being. you find out something that you think is that, but the problem is though we so quick. That's what I said with the whole. We're so quick to rush it that we don't, like you just said, we don't read. Double M, you said it right. We don't read through a lot of stuff, and I respected what Time Out said because he would say because me and him, like when you posted Time, you were like, you don't know. You just whatever. But and the Bloomberg, I'm gonna give you that. The was it Bloomberg? Or MSN? No, the MSNBC. No. You had two links. The MSNBC one. That one will make you think that it was hardware. But again, but like I said, journalism suck. They don't even look deeper into anything either. So what happened was I went to Forbes and everything else and say China only allowed, because they 5 games, okay, then yeah, you're gonna do smuggling into whatever, because China they got a ban on stuff like that. It's a communist country. A lot of people don't want to buy PlayStation 4, Xbox One because of they control the internet. Including with the Connect, they did not want people's like, oh, well, the government could look at me anytime I want.
Yeah.
The government could look at me anytime I want in my own house. I don't want that.
Yeah.
That's why the Xbox is not. Yeah, that's why the Xbox is not selling well in China, which is not a surprise. But
don't they not sell it over there without the Connect?
Huh? No, because you gotta abide by China's rules. It's their country.
Oh, you gotta buy with the Connect.
How's Nintendo doing in China?
Not good, because Nintendo's not. They're not doing it over there because they knock off. China does knock off so easy that people buy the knockoffs more than the Wii U, so they don't care. Nintendo look at it as a loss. They don't publicize, which is business sense. That's a smart thing to do. If you want to keep on knocking off my games and stuff, I'm not gonna. Please. Why waste my time?
Yeah, play, call it a loss and move on. And Nintendo, they can eat a loss like that. So.
Yeah, well, Sony and them is eating a loss because let me put it this way: Sony's eating a little bit of loss, but it's the third-party people who are killing right now who's losing, because even though Grand Theft Auto makes a lot of money, we know that, but there are millions of Grand Theft Autos getting smuggled into China and they're not making not a penny off of it.
Mm-hmm.
Which is sucking. It's sucking, and people people don't care about stuff. I'm just like I said, it's just when you got to look at the facts and stuff like that. Like Coupon said, she don't care about the sales. A lot of people, I don't care about the sales. I only point out the only graph I put out the sales and profit numbers for me, and to let people know about that is Nintendo makes profit. They're gonna make a console. If a game market crash happens now, let's just say that Nintendo's the only console that have the best chance to keep on going. Sony and Microsoft does not. PC will make it out because PC is different. That's a whole different structure.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I told to Maurice when me and Maurice had a conversation last week when I said, dude, he said again, people, do Nintendo needs third party to vary their console and to get more mainstream publicity? Yes. Do they need third party to make profit and keep on going? No, they don't. They created their own ecosystem that they don't need other people to depend on.
An ecosystem that is near flawless. I'm sorry, that ecosystem is pretty much flawless.
Well, like, remember, let me put it to you though. Like last week when we talked, and I had my sister on. I remember this guy argued. Remember time when I said this guy argued and saying, well, Nintendo's not popular in GameSpot because they have this small little corner while PlayStation and Xbox have these big wall.
And how do you think they've got those big walls?
And that's why I was trying to tell it. I was like, dude, don't say nothing because you're going to sound stupid. It's like, no, man, Nintendo guys, you guys it's not popular. I'm like, dude, you're in a store that sells used games. That proves that Nintendo fans do not give up their games.
It's not even just that, people don't think that a lot of these, like, because they're just retail chains, that they don't have like any form of business partnerships or deals with a lot of these companies that are supplying them the games, and of course they do.
Well, hell, half of the damn DLC pre-order bonus crap comes from GameSpot or EB Games, wherever which part of the country, because they lock every time you go in the store. What they say, get the pre-order like Call of Duty, get the pre-order skin pack when you pre-order with GameSpot. They're the one who also set up the whole DLC problem. Yeah, GameStop. I mean, they're the one who set up the whole the pre-order setup as well too.
Mm-hmm.
But people don't see that either. So it is what it is. I don't
Mm-hmm.
understand. I don't understand
And
what.
even a lot of like in terms of sales and stuff like that. A lot like certain companies will publicize certain games. In certain companies will want certain games publicized more on certain systems, even in the game stores.
Yep. But people don't see that though.
Because they don't want to.
Well, like I said, like I said at the beginning, I mean, you can't say we all are not unbiased because that word really don't exist. Because if, as my phrase is, bias will always be the product. If passion's in the equation, if you hate it or like it, that's a passion, and you're gonna be biased no matter what.
Well,
And
see,
people,
in terms of Nintendo, I guess you could. I guess all I can do is quote that old song by Game and 50 Cent, where it's just like, "Hated or love it, the underdogs on top."
well, like I said, we could say the underdogs because in sales, but again, we just saw they got $25 billion in yen.
Mm-hmm.
They made profits while Sony lost $1.1 billion. So yeah, whatever it is, and like I said, I don't care about the numbers in that regards. I want PlayStation. 'Cause PlayStation has its own thing, and Xbox has its own thing. The problem is, like I said, when you have like again Banjo-Kazooie under your belt and you let it walk away, Capcom, you let Mega Man walk away, you let
Mm-hmm.
all these good games walk away.
Sony let Crash Bandicoot walk away,
Yeah, you let all these
and
good games.
Spyro.
You got that right. I forgot Activision owns Spyro now.
And they own Crash Bandicoot,
And they
and
own, yeah,
in
but they
terms
ain't
of
making
Crash
it.
Bandicoot, they don't do shit with it.
Nope, nope. You're right. But you let all these things work on me. Everybody right now is saying, "Hey, Nintendo, why don't you use the F-Zero and all that stuff?" You know what? I'm with them. But the thing about it, at least they own they own it, and they ain't give it to nobody else.
Exactly.
So they'll release it when they need to release it. Right now, like I said, we'll see what's going on with in the future. They might release it, they might not release it. And then I was listening to what I was listening to. Oh, IGN, and they had and don't get me wrong, I know I listen to all podcasts still, so I can get at least a
I am
spectrum of
not.
what's going on.
Let me give my stance on IGN before you go across.
Okay.
I don't particularly think, IGN, they're not, they're like any other game site where, obviously people pay them to put out certain types of media, and they put out media that they obviously know is going to get more views on their site. But in terms of actually, I've said this before, in terms of actually putting out news, IGN is not that bad.
No, I'm not. I was giving a little caveat to them. But when I was listening to NBC though, right? Two things that irked me when they did the NBC, the voice chat
Yeah,
that they did this
the
week.
NVCs that they do, I'm not a fan of them.
Well, here's the thing that irks me about it. The two things that irk me about it. One, they asked a question about, oh, what games Nintendo have for 2000 for the end of 2016 and 17. I'm like, we don't know what's gonna go on. Why don't we just wait to see what happens? How about that? Stop speculating that far apart. We already know Zelda's gonna be somewhere around there, but and then we still got Shin Mikami, Crossfire Emblem, whatever the title of that gonna be happening. That's the next big game that's gonna come out. Then we have other stuff that we don't know about. But the part that killed me is, and a lot of gamers, again, one of those things that gamers regurgitate this crap up is when they're like, well, Nintendo always got these, and these are the again Jose Pierre and Brian. They're like, Nintendo always got this drought and this and that. Well, I got two answers for you. One, if your preference don't like certain games, there's always going to be a drought because you ain't gonna like every game.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna like every game for
Yes.
Nintendo, huh?
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna like every game for Nintendo or Sony or Microsoft, whatever. It's your preference that's gonna hold you back from seeing a drought. One and two. Why? You guys are gamers. Your job is to play games, review games, write about games. Of course, it's gonna be a drought. But for people like me and anybody other gamer, we have jobs that's not about gaming. That's not about this. We come home, we play a game, and then we go to sleep, and then we go to work, come back, play a game. So how is it a drought for us who can't buy every game every year?
Yeah,
And of
play
course,
them all and
yeah, and then of course people on the
got a
YouTube gonna
backlog.
and then people, of course, gonna be regurgitating, "Oh, there's a drought, dude." As Double M and we said before, Nintendo, the Wii U has the biggest console library ever of any console ever. You got your virtual console, you got your Wii games, you got your Wii mode, you got your the Wii U games itself, the indie games. You got so much games, and nobody's touting that out.
Because they don't want to, innit?
Well, and then go back to the gamers just wanting new shiny stuff because, like, again, I bought Majora's Mask with 3DS. I have not touched that game. I'm gonna play it, but because I'm so into, I'm trying to finish up. I'm trying to finish. Like I said, Mario Kart just came back up. I'm playing Mario Kart a little more than usual. I'm trying to figure out the right setup to get that 200cc locked down.
Yeah, I know what you mean. That thing, you really got to get the drifting on point, and then there's some corners where you can't even really keep your hand on the acceleration.
Well, I mean, you can brake and drift, but you got to feather it.
Yeah, it's complicated. It's hard.
It is hard. It is hard, but my point is, I'm fine. I gotta use a different set of cards for the 200cc's that I normally use for the 150s and 150 and low, because I need a different setup. Huh?
The 200cc is one of those parts of the game where every controller should include one of those Wii streams.
I know, right? But I got back into Mario Kart right now. I'm playing the game. I still ain't finished Xenoblade itself. I'm very far in the game, but I still need to finish that game. I just downloaded what was it? Box Boy. Me and my sister's playing that game right now.
Oh man, that's out.
Box Boy, yeah, it's a cool little game.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to look that up because
it's $4.
I definitely want to play that.
No, it's I think $4.99 for that game, and it's cool.
I'm gonna get that.
It's a cool little game. I think I got up to like 4 levels up or something like that. And then what happened was last week when I was like I said, me and you were talking about when I went to GameSpot, I went to buy a backup of 2 DS games that I had that I enjoyed, and just bought them just in case I have them. I'm playing Henry's Hot Wheels right now again, going through the game. I'm like, oh, I never beat the game. I got almost everything except for 2 things in the game. I never beat it because it's so tough. But I said, you know what, let me start the game all over again and play this game for fun once again. And that's what I'm doing. So people got backlogs, and people, I don't understand it.
And look right there, a new IP.
You know what I'm saying? Why is everyone complaining about games for? There's so many games that but there's so many games that are coming out now. It's just that everyone's got a backlog, and yet they're complaining about not having games.
I know.
Because they want to. It's an addiction of trends. Now, and at first it was trends, now it's an addiction because they need to have that next thing. They need to have another game that they can be hyped for again, that they can want. And
it's trend following. It's just like buying clothes. It's just like when one set of clothes go out of fashion, it don't matter if the clothes are in good condition or not. People have to buy the new set of clothes.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what they're talking about. It's annoying. But they have to. And the thing about it is not like they're buying it all just to have fun with it. They have to buy it and show.
Like I've wanted to play Bayonetta or get it since I want to get it. I just got it a few weeks ago, and I just started playing it last week because of backlogs and other stuff, you know.
Yeah. But like I said, like you just said, and that's why it's funny when I see people say there's no games out there. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. You can't. When you say that, that's what I'm saying. You ain't play all the great games on the Wii. That if you since the Wii U is a backwards compatible. You ain't play all those great games on that. So when you guys saying that stuff is crazy to me. But again, that's the type of gamers we got right now. Everybody's like they have to put up. And then. The one thing, Alex, I'm going to do a video called Phrases because, like I said, the annoying part when everybody said about the opinions, we should not care about people's opinions, all right? I understand that. But the thing that killed me is when they was like, or when they said with the YouTube content and everything, oh, man, they're trying to stop my opinion. I have freedom of speech. You're using that word the wrong way, homie. You're using that phrase the wrong way. Government is what can't hold your freedom of speech, not anybody else. Because I can tell you right now, go out and tell your boss he's a dick and see if he don't fire your ass.
Freedom of speech is a weird thing because there's freedom of speech isn't. You've got freedom of speech in the sense that no one can tell you what to do or say, but it's not freedom of speech in the sense that it's not freedom of speech in the sense that it's not subjected to rules and consequence
Thank
or
you.
criticism or criticism.
or
Thank
criticism.
you. Yeah, but basically what
Criticism is just criticism is just
Well,
freedom of speech. It's
yeah,
just
but some
someone's
people.
freedom of speech in response to someone else's freedom of
Well, no,
speech.
what I mean by that is somebody may say something and then they get criticized. Well, that's my freedom of speech. Well, I'm just
It's my
criticizing
freedom
you.
of speech. Yeah, it's my
Yeah,
freedom of
okay. Well,
speech
I'm
to
just criticizing
criticize
your
you as
freedom of
well.
speech. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I'm criticizing your freedom of speech with my freedom of speech.
yeah. So
yeah,
that's what people try to use as an excuse though. Like, it's my freedom of speech. Well, mine's too. You know, like okay, I'm gonna criticize you for it. You know,
but
what you
just
do.
like Double M says, so you have the freedom to say anything you want, but you have consequences though. That's the problem. The only reason they wrote that in over here in America, because I don't know how it is in London, I mean in England, but I know in America the only reason they write that because government, or at the time the king, you should, if you have objective against the king, you should say it without being prosecuted, stoned, jail, killed, whatever by the government. That's what I was written for. So that
Yeah.
don't apply to nothing on YouTube, you morons. If you say something,
Exactly.
if you say something stupid, you're gonna get a stupid reaction. That's why a lot of people.
You're gonna have you're gonna you have to you always gonna have consequences for what you say.
Yeah. And that's what, like I said, as we brought up, like me and Tom, when we first started this whole thing, when we see other, that guy talking about that D guy when he did his stuff, like, good God, dude.
Oh man, that guy.
I know he's so annoying, but my point was that the same thing with all these big YouTubers when they say their stuff, I don't understand that. So that's when I like kind of like what you say in Double M. When I make my videos, right? When I'm the WTF series, which is becoming popular as hell, I didn't think that would take off, but I just approach it with common sense and don't the only time I was ranting or raving was number 9 because the journalism people had pissed me off, saying all this stupid crap they talk about. But my point was, when I did that right there, the W is just to like have a discussion and see what's going on, and see what's in the gaming community. Why let's talk about certain things, and to see how I don't know. When I made, like I said, I may review the videos, and I don't tell people to buy a Wii U or 3DS or whatever. I never told them to do that. It's their money, and to see how these guys will try to force their opinion on you and tell you got to buy this, don't buy this, get this because this is weak, and this is you don't buy that because of this. Hey, if you want to buy the Batman, you want to spend $100 to buy the Batman Arkham Knight and everything else, go
It's
right
your
ahead.
business.
But don't be crying. And the thing is that don't be bitching and moaning when the year-end edition comes out, and you be like, damn it, I wasted money.
Or sell fast.
Or if you know that it's a third-party game, so about let me see. But I don't think Batman would have this. I don't think Batman would have this effect. But like how Evolve dropped off like $20, Order 1886 dropped down to like $25, $24.
Yeah, I think Batman may
quickness.
just have that effect because Arkham Origins had that effect.
Well, that was not created by Rocksteady though.
True.
Rocksteady's games have been basically solid, so people know the developer. Just like we say in Nintendo, we know Shigeru's on it. We say, hey, we know it's gonna be that. So we'll see what happens. But I'm just saying, you're gonna make videos like right now. The video I have up with the double standards with the Evolve and stuff. I want to see, and I want to be proven wrong. I really do. If IGN, GameSpot, and everybody else, when Splatoon comes out, in the cons, if they're not gonna, I bet you they're gonna put voice chat as a con. But as a service for consumers, you didn't put out the DLC practices of Mortal Kombat and Evolve. Did not bring that up at all in your review.
Mm-hmm.
That is crazy.
None of them do.
No, I know they didn't. That's my point. That's why I made that video double standards, because you're gonna go for the feature that don't cost nothing, but then but something that's gonna bump the cost up of the game. You're not gonna tell your subscribers and everything. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's a double standard I don't get, and that's why I said the industry right now is people. Like I said, I'm not paying $200 for no 2 games. Y'all could go ahead with that crap. I mean, $200 for just 2 games.
It's crazy, man.
And then
You'll never catch me spending. I don't even want to spend 50. I don't even want to spend regular retail price for games. What the hell?
I got you on that. That's what I'm saying. It's just gonna be crazy. But like you said, you spend whatever it is for Mario Kart, then you spend £11 for half of the track and a bunch of cars and everything. That's the kind of you see the thing is about a lot of people don't champion that part, but they champion the negative part. I don't understand that.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
You telling me, oh, you Nintendo guys you give Nintendo a pass on DLC. Well, the Mario Kart DLC that came out, the Hyrule Warriors DLC came out. I can't argue with you because those were great value for the money.
They were.
One thing I don't understand is when they say Nintendo gets a pass on everything. I'm like, what?
Well, that's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm saying.
If Nintendo got a pass on everything, I'd have every single one of their games on my shelf right now.
Yeah.
Which I don't.
I don't either. I mean,
it's like when Nintendo did the whole, like for instance, with the new 3DS, they're not putting AC adapters in the box. I think that's bullshit.
The first WTF video I did was and the first person I called out was Nintendo on that. I know why they did it, and it makes sense. It was still crap.
Why did they do it?
What happened was the problem is now with internet and everything. You can't do double. That's what's hurting. That's what's gonna hurt Xenoblade in a way too, because everybody wants this simulcast release worldwide, and it's not easy because it's so hard to do localization. But anyway, to go through with the 3DS, everybody know that the 3DS was gonna come because they released it in Japan. So so gamers are not gonna buy, or anybody else who know anything, were not gonna buy a 3DS for that Christmas. That's why when Nintendo hide the fact and say, hey, well, 3DS sales are up by what percentage or what numbers? Nobody knows because they just gave you a blank statement when it came at the end of Christmas sales. They didn't give a blank statement. We know. I could tell you right now, it dropped off because they know that it was the 3DS sales. Because we know new 3DS is around the corner. Who's gonna buy it when you got a new 3DS around the corner? So what happened was, they saw that it dropped off so much. What they did was they took the same box that they had in Japan, they reskinned it, put it in English, French, or whatever, depending on whatever. You guys already had that, but Americans didn't have that because you guys didn't have the plugs too. But what happened was they reskinned the box, the same box, and all it is ship it out quick because they already know the shareholders will be pissed off that the 3DS sales dropped so low. They were trying to save face with the shareholders. That's what they did it for. But the thing that killed me about it is the cost of the AC adapter is $3-4. They could have that's a cost they could have eaten.
Yeah, they could have easily eaten that cost.
Yeah, that was a cost that they could have eaten because you're selling that system. So yeah,
I mean, it's not as bad in the sense that their since the DSi, all their adapters, all their AC DC adapters have been the same. So chances are, if you've been a long-term Nintendo fan, you probably got about 3 or 4 adapters hanging around anyway. But I still don't agree with the idea of not putting the adapter in the box. They did it with the 3DS XL as well when they brought it over to the UK, and I thought that was bullshit.
Well, there you go. And you're right. And with that saying that as well was that if you're gonna do this and take the adapter part off, right? Then how about you just make a USB setup in your next system or whatever, so you can plug it up to anything. Because right now everything's basically USB setup anyway. But like I said, it was their choice. They were messed up. But you and me just point out, like you said, there are things that Nintendo done. The thing about it, Nintendo's a company just like anybody else.
They're
They're
gonna
gonna
do
make
shit they don't
mistakes.
like.
Huh?
They're gonna do shit that people don't like.
Yeah, nobody, no, Sony did stuff people don't like. Microsoft did stuff they don't like. Come on, they're a company just like anything else. I'm not holding them as no holy than thou grail. The only reason I love Nintendo other than the games and having new innovation and stuff is because they are the disruptor. They don't follow the trends of everybody else. I like that. That's why I like them. You guys want to do this, more graphics, more this, more that? Screw you. We're going with an innovation. We're playing a game, and the Wii sell like crazy. It didn't work for the Wii U, but again, the Wii U, in a sense of sales, but they're making way more profits than both companies, than Sony and Microsoft combined. So in a way, they're still making money that other people can't argue with. And then all these people always say about, hey, Nintendo needs to go third party and whatever. So I can play my Zelda on my PlayStation 4 and PlayStation thing. I'll say this right here: if Nintendo ever goes that, which they're never going to, the other console's going to drop out before Nintendo does. But let's entertain the thought for a second. If I was Nintendo, I wouldn't go no console route. I'd be going PC. I'd have created my own store like Valve has done. Create my own store so you can play my own games, and I could give you at least the controller to keep the innovation going, instead of keeping you with a regular controller. That's the route I would.
If you was Nintendo, you wouldn't even bother with console. You just do everything on PC.
That's the route I would go, because when you go in, if you're gonna go PC, you gotta go by their licensing rules and everything else too. If you go console, and at least with like Valve and everything, you have free range. You could do Nintendo could still be who they are and what they want to do on a PC.
I mean, when you look at even their OS setup and stuff like that, you know, they to be honest, they are probably, in terms of like their OS and software setup and how they go about linking like external applications and stuff like that, they are actually more like Steam than the other two companies.
Yeah, that's my point. That's what I'm saying. If you had to be that notion, that's what I would go.
Like when people complain about Nintendo's online infrastructure, like not being like live and stuff like that, I'm thinking to myself, when I read the description of how Nintendo's planning on doing it, where they're letting other companies just link their servers onto them, I said to myself, this is no different from Steam.
But people don't see that. That's my point. People don't see that. And the thing that killed me too is when you talk about online yes, I will say Nintendo online infrastructure is still not super solid. But again, there's no perfect thing out there. But the thing that killed me is the power PC or the ARM86, the ARM system. Look, people. Yes, you have to. The thing that killed me is because again we creating our own ADD in this society we live in now. You just gotta do a little extra step to get what you want. But we sacrificing the time for something, because what killed me now is that system right now is not. Can it be hacked? Hell yeah! But is it easy to hack?
System?
The Nintendo system, the architect system, to be hacked in.
Okay.
It's not. Can it be hacked? Yes, but
not easy.
But it's not easy. You made it. You basically separated people because the x86 is a computer-based thing, so you could hack. Computer hackers could hack into PlayStation and Xbox One, and then of course they use this system. Because I hope Nintendo's combined system that they're doing DNA is more secure and whatever. Because the problem is though,
me too.
Because your credit card is not stored on a server. Your credit card is tied to your system. So if somebody wants to get your credit card, they have to hack your system, not Nintendo's server, to get your credit card information. A lot of people don't see that, because when you go PlayStation and they hack PlayStation, they could get your credit cards and everything, because it's on a server. And the same thing with Xbox, and the same thing with Valve.
See, Nintendo made their system for online. As far as I mean, I'm not talking about like certain services like PS4 and Xbox One guys, because they do got some extra services like they
I understand
systems. And you know, they're good for if you want to use them and stuff. I mean, it ain't gonna hurt to have it. I guess if they have it, but I mean, it's still a gaming console. But regardless, like I told you last week, when somebody, this certain person on YouTube made a video talking about how they said it's gonna be robust. It was Reggie, I believe, who I can't remember. I think it was E3. I can't remember not, but he pretty much made a statement saying that they're gonna have a robust online.
Uh-huh.
And the person made a video saying that they lied, saying it's robust. And this ties into people following trends, as well as people, just following what either their favorite YouTuber or following their favorite journalist or website, whatever, just following trend or following what everybody else is doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I told you, I was on Facebook in the group, and out of nowhere, this dude said, Nintendo lied about he was one of his I guess one of his attack or his he's using it for ammo, I guess, in a conversation.
Yeah.
And I saw this dude come out of nowhere and say, well, Nintendo lied about their robust online infrastructure and blah blah blah. I was like, okay, whatever. I know they didn't. Okay, whatever. And like not shortly after that, somebody else said the same thing. I'm like, where did this come from? Where is all of a sudden why out of nowhere did this just pop up out of nowhere, And lo and behold, like the next day, I found out where the source is from. It's from freaking Blackball. Oh my goodness. And so it's his followers. And I told Katie last week, like, oh my goodness. So it is true. People follow trends. People follow other people say without even looking or thinking. But it was a whole video. It was a short video, my bad. It was like a short, like 10-second video, whatever.
Uh-huh.
Talking about Nintendo lied about the robust online. And I was like, I'm thinking to myself, smacking myself in the face, like, these guys are literally stupid.
Well,
everybody in the comment section was basically agreeing, saying, Nintendo lied, how you going to defend this now? Can't nobody defend this? And I was like, look at all these idiots. I was like, are you guys stupid? Do you guys even know what the term, I told KD, like, do you guys even know what the term robust means? And I was like, it means, especially in the world of IT, since we're talking about networks and stuff, it means having a safe, reliable system, something that doesn't go down, something that stays up, something that's secure wise, can't be hacked easily, or stays up. And I'm like, if anything, it's Sony PS4 and X1 have not been robust. And so, of course, when I made a comment, they couldn't really counter because apparently nobody knows what the term robust meant, and everybody, there was a lot of comments in that video. And I made sure, I posted Black Barn, and he didn't, of course he couldn't reply because he made himself look stupid. But point of the fact is that Nintendo's online system is actually what they said it was going to be. It's pretty robust. And it does what it's supposed to do for the basic part of online gaming, which is, making sure your stuff is up when you try and play online. All the other features, we talked about is hearsay. You want it, If you don't, they don't have it. You can go to other means like voice chat and get it, But hey, who knows? Maybe this DNA deal, like you just said, is going to address some of these issues because as well, DNA deal. As Nintendo, I can't remember who said it, but somebody from Hype and Nintendo, I can't remember who it was. I can't remember who it was. It was a weird name. I can't remember who it was. But anyway, said that one of the reasons why they partnered with DNA was because of their expertise in server and something else. I can't remember what it was, but pretty much expertise in IT.
Online infrastructure, yeah.
Yeah, online infrastructure. Yeah, it was expertise in IT. So that was because I remember they said they had a whole bunch of mobile gaming publishers or whatever you want to call it, who were trying to get that deal with Nintendo, but Nintendo chose them because of their expertise in online infrastructure. So that was their main reason why picking them over everybody else. Because of that,
Well, all we could hope right now is, and I really mean this, all we could hope right now is that Nintendo choose wisely, because sometimes Nintendo have chosen were bad in the past and it didn't work out.
That's true.
So let's hope they chose wisely with this. I mean, they made a blood pact with these guys with the whole 1%, 10%.
Yeah, they cut their finger and shook hands. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's hope that DNA is really, really, really good in what they're doing, because, like I said, with Philips when Nintendo partnered up with Philips, that was a bad deal, and even up till last year
then they went to partner with EA before the Wii launched, and well, we all know how that went.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we gotta be
partnership. That was their partnership with Sony, which probably created the birth of one of their greatest competitions.
Yeah, it did. I'm not arguing with that one, because, like I said, it kind of still helped the gaming world itself. It did, I do like when people say about, when Nintendo created this, it's good. Hey, I'm on Nintendo side, and it was both people Nintendo and Sony that was messing with each other because
Yeah,
I like how
everyone
everybody gives
says
Sony a free pass. I like how
exactly. Everyone gives Sony a free pass for it. It's just like I don't necessarily defend Nintendo because to me both of them behaved inappropriately.
Well,
But
yeah, well, that's the point because Nintendo made the console. Sony wanted a big chunk of the fee for making the media, and my thing was like, wait, so you want to charge this crazy fee, but without my console, you can't play the game. Well, without the game, you can't play without my not media software. Your console is nothing. So it should have been a 50-50, at least 60-40, something like that. But not no damn 95%. F you. You telling me with my stuff without my console you can't play the game, and you want 95% of the profits? Oh hell no, hell
exactly.
no. So yeah, so it was both of them bitch whatever. They created the game. Well, again, we know
And
that.
I swear they wanted ownership over anything that was using their media as well.
Yeah. That's what I wanted, and that's what his deal was, and that's why Nintendo backed out of it. Again, but Nintendo backed out of it sneakily, so I admit to that. I said both of them was acting.
Yeah, both of them, but like I said, both of them behaved inappropriately.
Yeah,
Nintendo put the damn boozle on them.
yeah,
That was
Nintendo
funny, though.
yeah, they acted like
When
two children.
Sony came out of the woodwork saying that they got a partnership with Nintendo, Nintendo just pulled up saying, "Yeah, we got this thing going on with Philips."
But again, that didn't work out that good because, as we saw, what happened with Philips. And remember, like I said last year, Philips did that whole that thing, which I hate when people do that. And thank God, Nintendo is one of those companies that fight people like that. The whole not patent trolling. When they talk about, oh well, Nintendo took the patent, and the patent got freed up, and they say, oh, Nintendo took the patent for motion control. What the hell? Philips, you guys are that butthurt still?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
14 years later, and not 14 years, almost 20 years later, and you're still that butthurt. Wow. Okay. You
Got
guys
new management and everything.
Nintendo should be suing them for the atrocity that they did to their IPs.
including one of the IPs which you hold at high spirits, sir.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, let's hope this DNA thing don't go down like that. I think it'll go good.
I hope.
No, I think Dana's gonna go good.
Yeah, I hope so too. I'm just,
Because they already got the
But you
money
got-
situation figured out. All that's already figured
It's
out.
not even just that. It's a different mind doing it as well. You got to remember that was Yamuchi back then, Mr. Mafia man.
Plus that lawyer dude too. I don't know what his name was.
Now you've got Iwata who's much more kind of like business minded.
and
what
game,
he's doing.
game minding too. That's my point.
That
Like I
too.
said, yeah. So and you know what? And like I said, and because like I said, there's a lot of perception of like we just right there we just put out the whole Nintendo Sony thing. A lot of people give it a pass. And is it this is the next thing?
When the first thing I did when I heard about it is read up on it.
And like you said at the beginning, like you said when you joined on Double M, I wish people did that too.
That's what.
Well, that would be the logical thing to do. But then, when do people think logically these days?
Nope, they just quick to it off the mouth. Because like I had a comment with somebody else too, and then, like I said, I think it's Dark Southern. You know, shout out to him. He's a cool dude. I'm not bashing you, dude, because he's a cool dude. Is that when I have a video that I just put up on Google Plus about talking about what Nintendo did to promote the Super Nintendo and everything else. It's funny how a lot of people think when the game market crash happened, and a lot of gamers love to take credit, which is funny. How to know how they do it? Talking about, man, Nintendo came up and it was us gamers that saved it. No, it wasn't. Nintendo know that the gaming market was a crash, so they sold the NES as a toy, not as a gaming console. Mm-hmm. They sold it as a toy, and you didn't buy it because you was a child. You had no money. It was your parents who bought it because they thought it was safe. That's why Nintendo is such a family-eccentric company.
Mm-hmm.
Gamers, Nintendo fans, stop crying and bitching about certain stuff because you know what? As I said before, and I'm gonna say it now, the majority of Nintendo's customers are families, not single gamers like me or Double M or Time Out. No,
even a lot of the single gamers that played Nintendo back in the day, they have families now.
That's what's gonna save the crash now. That's what I'm saying though. If the crash happens now, that's what will save the crash now. But my point is, we are the core, so we know to a degree. We basically Nintendo basically knows they got us, or Sony to Sony fanboys or Microsoft. We got them in their back pocket. We try to search out our brand. And Nintendo's fan base is family. They're trying to get the family, and that's why they did the whole thing with the YouTube thing. Mom and pops, if they're gonna search Nintendo. Nintendo channel's gonna pop right up before anybody else's. So the asinine way of what Angry Joe did or whatever. Again, I in my video I showed exactly how he could have made 10 times more money if he followed my route. He would have made much more money and get more subscribers to his channel and made tons more money. But no, he went for the big grand hoo-ha and then finish it off.
And that also turns back to when, discussing sometimes developers, publishers, whatever, especially person who worked on the content, maybe they don't want their stuff being represented this way, because even though Nintendo may pop up first, say somebody else has a better, thumbnail than Nintendo, it looks more clickable, clickbait, I guess you could say, than Nintendo's pop up for them. Maybe they might click on that. Maybe their mouse is in the middle of the screen. They're like, oh, it's already here. Mouse will just click on this one, and they go to somebody cursing, like being stupid like PewDiePie, and they got Nintendo all over it, and they're like, oh, I ain't buying this for my kid, or I'm not buying this. I don't want this. So
Look what my thing with you, like I said, they already brought with in that video. I'm gonna try to see if we can do it as quick as possible. In the video, your someone's agreement. You ain't supposed to use copyright, so you don't break that law already. Then you break our next law because Nintendo made the material spend millions of dollars and they have it copyrighted, and you break. That's $2 you're breaking.
Yeah.
What Angry Joe could have done, what he could have done if he was smart, but he ain't smart though in that regards on his fan base a certain way, because remember Kilobyte 16 has a video about they say about attacking Angry Joe helped jump started his career on YouTube, which was 86 subscribers. He's like, oh, that's a big jump. But you put up a video of you playing a game, a Nintendo game. You don't get no revenue from it. Just put it up, show it, so that you're having fun with the game. Then Nintendo fans whatever, because Angry Joe has a couple amusing videos when he put his production behind it. Just don't put production behind this one.
Yeah, I like some of the videos.
Yeah. Go. So I see you having fun with Mario Kart, and you're having fun, and like, oh, man, that's cool, whatever. I said, all right, and I check a next video for him. Then I would subscribe to him, and every time his videos come up, I would check his videos, and the ones that he monetized. And then he just put out a Nintendo video once in a while and don't make money off of that, but you would get more people to your channel and then sub to you, and you make much more money than what you're making now. Because the only I say out of the gaming, he has PC, he has Xbox, he has PC, he has Xbox, he has PlayStation. You're missing one more person, one more group of people with Nintendo fans, and what you just did basically just piss everybody off. So hell.
And now it showed people who realize what you did that you're shady.
Pretty much.
Exactly. Just like Double M's favorite character, Mr. Hip Hop Gamer.
Oh, please don't.
Oh man, not that. Come on,
Please don't remind me. Please don't remind me of that.
We can't even speak of his name. We don't even speak of that
Especially
name.
after, the straw that broke the camel's back for me was that all the 1886 video that he done.
Yeah, that was too far. That was too far. That was stupid.
It wasn't even a case of it being too far. It's just, what are you trying to prove? It was just so unnecessary.
Too far in the sense that it was just stupid. You can't be that stupid. You can't be that stupid. And I think he tried to make a follow-up video. I don't know. I ain't even try to watch it, but I think he made a follow-up video trying to save face. Not save face, but try to.
Oh, he tried to make save face.
That's why I love when Levelhead did that slap yourself video to him.
Yeah.
That was brilliant. It was like listening to beautiful music. Every time he said "slap yourself," it's like I wanted
to but that's what blindness gets you sometimes.
That's not even blindness. That's just pure.
Just straight up stupidity.
Yeah, stupidity.
Straight up coonery.
I'm gonna use that phrase because it was just funny. I like how Mr. T was like, "It's Black History Month, brother," and he's doing this.
Yeah, it was Black History Month, huh?
Yep, it was February, and he did that. Mr. T, that's what Mr. T hit him with. I'm like, wow.
I wanted
What
to
the
do it.
fuck? But that's what's going on.
I wanted to do a video so badly, but I knew that if I did one, boy, I'd probably have to get taken down from YouTube.
Well, your last one's pretty cool with the whole rapping and stuff, man. You try to like,
that one's old, man.
I know it's old. My point is, you could have go that route again, and just you don't have to say what he said, but just like just counter what he's saying with the same style. So hip hop game. Let me get this straight. So because I don't like your game, I'm a coon. What the hell, or something like that. I don't know. I don't know. It's just crazy how some of these channels get up. But like I said, we know negativity thrives on YouTube. So hell.
Oh yeah.
Negativity thrives in life in general.
Yeah, anything.
Well, yeah, it thrives in life.
A good amount of things.
Yeah, but as a person, it's up to what you let get to you though. As you said at the beginning, when you said like you said when you came on the podcast, what do I care what other people do? My greatest enemy in life is life itself. I'm not gonna worry about what other people care about. Forget you guys. Y'all can say what y'all want to say. I'm gonna buy my console. Like I said, if Nintendo had 500 sales for on the Wii U, I bought one and I'm playing all these great games. Hey.
That's why when people say Wii U is a dead console, I'm like, dead which part? Like to me, a dead console is a console that doesn't work.
Yeah.
And as far as I'm concerned, my Wii U hasn't given me any problems.
Including in the library, including in the software department.
Now some of y'all consoles may be dead because some of your games you can't play unless you're online.
Or sometimes you do an update and it gets bricked.
Yeah.
The Wii U isn't dead. You're just a dead gamer.
Yeah. Hey, that's in the video right there, dead gamers.
It's true.
Man, well, we don't know what's going on. E3 is coming around the corner. I mean, we'll see what's happening.
Nintendo's really keeping their E3 plans close to their chest on this one. They haven't
Yes,
revealed anything yet.
and I made a comment. I don't even know where I made the comment at, but I was saying, I think last year that they made it more public what they were going to do because, as usual, Nintendo does something. Well, they already did it the year before that, but this time it was more, more deeper. But anyways, when they make something announcement, something new, different than was usual, everybody go haywire. It's the end again. So I think last year they just had to, talk people. Sort of like what they did when they announced that we're still making a new console. Everybody, calm down. I think last year they did that with E3. Hey, everybody, this is what we're doing. Calm down. This year I think I didn't understand, so we're gonna.
But the thing that killed me, even with game sites, they're saying that everybody's still going to what's this next thing. They think about it, they're like, well, they know we did. This is what I'm saying. The game sites, IGN, GameSpot, everything. I'm just trying to say like this: is like, you guys are game sites, and then you put the caveat into what we were talking about earlier time out with Coupon. We're like, Nintendo did that just because they want to make sure that people know we're still in the game console developing. And we're not going mobile, but still, you still incorporate. Well, the Wii U's dead, so this is gonna be happening. Why you gotta put those two in the same sentences, in the same paragraph? They're not exclusive to each other. There's two. They're ocean apart from each other. But you try to connect them somehow by some weird imagination of they should work together. I don't. That's the part that came in. That's why
that's not imagination. That's craziness.
Well, that's why Nintendo, which I'll say this, one thing Nintendo done that's super smart was doing the directs. F you, game trailers, GameSpot, all you guys, we will take our message to the people. Forget y'all, because they're not getting because GameSpot and all those guys are not getting exclusives no more. Like they're getting super exclusive interviews like they used to be because they tell us like, well, you're screwing us over on our message. Hell that.
Or they getting it from other people.
Any information that IGN gets, their fans have got it just to say at the same time as them. In fact, Nintendo doesn't even bring people like from IGN and stuff to try their games. They get people that are on YouTube that promote their content.
Yeah. Yep. You got that right. And then trust me, I was surprised. Was it Thursday? I don't know if you saw my post, you guys, but I woke up Friday morning. I woke up Friday morning. And I was watching MSNBC, and because the profits came out for Sony and Microsoft, Sony and Nintendo and everything, And to see the one person I thought in hell would never say that. That's why I said hell must have frozen over. Michael Proctor was saying good things about Nintendo. I was like,
Yeah, I
holy
saw your message when you put that out.
I was like, what the hell? What did he just said?
But
Oh
you,
my.
this is what you gotta understand about Michael Pachter is that he is not an idiot. Those pack attack things and all those predictions and stuff that he makes, he does that on purpose. He does it on purpose because he wants to. He's a financial analyst.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
know
he
what he
deals
is.
with
Yeah.
like he does it. He's not a gamer. He's a financial analyst. You know, he deals with like giving out financial advice to businesses so that they know where to invest their money. Those videos that he does where he talks about, oh, so and so company is going to do this or so and so company is going to do that, and his predictions are like all the way in Pluto. And we know Pluto's not a planet no more, so that just says it all.
I know, right?
But yeah, he says those things to sway the decisions of shareholders and to sway the decisions of consumers and shareholders so that, you know, the company that he has his share, that he has money, that he has stocks and shares in, you know, he makes money from.
Yeah, but you're right. But you're right on to a certain degree that I think of because the last time I saw Michael Proctor, which was on Game Trailers, which was at the Sony Experience when he was really just. So I think he was drunk or something because he was just really essing on a lot of stuff. What Jeff Keighley was saying about Nintendo. I'm like, dude, where did this stuff come from? So when to see him Friday morning on a TV station saying, well, Nintendo's proving big profits, even though they're not having the sales in the home market. They're proving big profits. The Wii U has the amiibos, it has the game library software to make the profits that it can, and it's not easy to see that it can make $200 to $300 million US a year off of the Wii U. I'm like, ooh, wow. I don't think that technically speaking.
He's not stupid. He knows these things.
No, that's what I'm saying. My point is, on that platform, he couldn't do his usual bull ass.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? If he was on Game Chillers again or something, he might have twisted something around. He said it himself when Nintendo used to give him
a fat chunk of money from game trailers.
Well, like I said, when Nintendo he said it himself on his own show. When Nintendo was giving him like you could come in and have free drinks and trips and everything, he liked it. And then Nintendo said, "We're not doing that no more." And I think that's when he turned on them. When he was, and that's what's on Game Trailers. That's what he said. So, like I said, in that platform on live TV, where it's about financial, like you said, he's not stupid. He's like, well, I can't say crap. I gotta say the truth.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta say the truth, and which he did. And what to me, just to say, when I woke up in the morning, I turn on the TV and I'm like, holy crap! Well, I know he was a little nippy in here, but damn if he ain't cold, because he
the Proctor.
Michael
like a
Proctor.
movie.
I know, right? I was like, wow, hell must have frozen over that. He's saying good things about it. You know what? But the dark side is strong with him, and he might get back to that dark side sooner or later.
He probably will.
He probably will. He might do right for E3 or something. Who knows?
And that's my whole point right there. So
let me go stir the pot back up. I done gave him a little shine for like a week or two. Let me go stir the pot back up. Nintendo Doom.
Nintendo Doom, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Nintendo Doom, you're right. So it's just funny to see how the community has been shaped, and that's why I want to do this endcast to see how people's shaping with the communities, with how we're making all these crazy videos. I mean, gamers, come on, man, don't really fall for a lot of stuff. I mean, when I prove my stuff about business and everything, and again, like I said before, unless Nintendo makes profit that can make more consoles and more games in the future, I don't care really about the sales. That the profit side is just to say that they're making money. I'm good. That's my security in my heart to say they're doing good. That's it.
Yeah,
So, and when I back up my stuff, like Double Level and Time Out, you did too with the whole we research our stuff. Don't go into this thing like, oh, this is, and take it as for bait. Again,
yeah,
when
like the what was that thing? Shoot, what was that? Oh yeah, the list of YouTube things, the top viewed or whatever I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that was something. I was like, I just looked at it, like I said, the first time I saw it, I was like, okay, whatever. Then I went back again because I didn't look at it. I just glanced at it the first time. Then I actually looked at it for the second time, and I was like, wait a minute. I looked at the games. I was like, all these games on this list. There's only 2 exclusive games to consoles, and one of them is Mario, or exclusive franchises, I guess. And one of them is Mario Bros. At number 8, and the second one was Halo, and that was sitting all the way at 18. I was like, all the rest of them were either PC and mobile games or multi-plat, and most of them were PC and mobile, I believe. And I was like,
Yeah, they were.
and I came to the conclusion that exclusive content or home console games for the most part just aren't the popular choice or aren't a trend of YouTube videos to watch for the most part. As far as number of views, is not towards console games.
But to continue what you just said right there, if everybody's looking at it the other way and trying to make the argument like you just said, on the other side, Call of Duty's up there, but how come Call of Duty don't sell? Has not sold again, even with a even though it's a multi-plat series, has not sold it nowhere close to Mario Kart Wii, 35 million. Views don't all the views don't guarantee sales.
No, you don't.
Exactly.
You don't. Now for games like what was it, Five Nights at Freddy's, stuff like that. I mean, I guess that's one of those. I just say that's one of those trend things, man. People saw their favorite YouTuber watching it, and they just went. I don't know. It's one of those trend things. You can't. I maybe work for a small company, whatever, but for the big guys, they don't need no help.
No, it works for indies and stuff. Don't get me wrong, to a certain degree, but again, it's not a guarantee. Kind of like I said, when you look at it, PlayStation, look at that. Bloodborne just came out, sold 1 million, and they're touting it as, they sold 1 million. That's good. But here's the thing: you have 22 million PlayStations in the world, and only 1 million people bought it.
Yeah,
we have 10 million. We have 10 million. 10 million Wii owners in the world.
Less than that.
Huh?
Less than that.
It's 10 million. They passed the 10 million mark.
Mm.
But my point is still that it is 10 million. You have Mario Kart that's approaching 5 million.
Yeah, and you got this. I mean, even so, a game that's not even close to them. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm thinking of some games that are close to like 1 million. Even so, there's still less sales on the Wii U than the console sold than PS4, and they still get good sales on their games.
Yeah, but yeah, you're right, and that's what proves the point. So there you go. You have one game. This game praises that sold 1 million on a bigger install base, but then you got one on a lesser console that sold half of the install base, and
this is what makes the argument completely
not involved.
Yeah, is that the fact that there's a whole bunch. I mean, there's whole gameplay footages of the Order, not the Order, but Bloodborne and the Order, both of them. But both of them, But anyways, we're talking about Bloodborne. So there's a whole bunch of video plays up of Bloodborne. It's a new game, and yet it's still not even on the list. Not even on the list, and they don't even get strikes and Sony doesn't have a partnership YouTube program like Nintendo does to make it more, I guess, to strike more content, I guess you could say, like Nintendo does, and yet we know they get a lot of views. Yeah, or I don't want to say a lot of views, but we know they have a lot of videos, and yet they still don't have top 20 on the list.
I know. So you could break a lot of people. You could break so many people's you should say holes in their thought. But like we all said right here, we research, but other people don't do that.
But I gave the benefit of the doubt. I was like, you know what? But it was like I said, it was one of those things to where I do it too, but I try not to where. You have your stance on something, and something comes along that may or may not, but in this case, it may further solidify your stance or how you see something. So you just run with it instead of looking at it to see if it actually does solidify. At the surface, it may look like it does, but if you actually look at it, it actually doesn't. But since it did look like it did, you ran with it, saying, "Hi, see, here's proof," and then here. Instead of if people do that at times, hey, you see some, you had your stance, and you see something that may solidify it, may say, hey, see, I told you guys, this is why I'm true, and you could tell that was the case because you could tell that was the case that when you put when video get put up that hey that was the case in this point that he was it was sort of happy. Hey, I was right. I knew that this was the case, so hey, I got proof of it. So you just jump with it and do it out there or make a video, and
Well,
yeah,
like I
sort
said,
of like
everybody.
the like the video for the cells for the not the cells but the smuggling of the PS4s like you just said.
PS4 thing, yeah.
Yeah, I posted that real quick. I was like, oh shoot, look at this dude right here. This dude might be on to something. Then I was like, you know what? I don't know. It's for everywhere else because it is Sony's, but you never know. But I was like, and then KD comes on. No, that's not for the
The hardware. It was for
yeah.
the
I put the
software.
dude's video up there because that's where I saw from. I'm not gonna, I didn't want to say, hey, I found this guy. So this the guy here. Is his video. So let me post it to you guys. I'm not trying to take any credit. It's his video. So
Yeah.
that's where I saw it from. That's where I got the news from him. Just like people do on YouTube videos. They say, hey, this guy sent me this link, and here's his channel. Go check it out. Yeah, so hey, here's the stuff. Hey, run with it. And, hey, this ain't true. You talking about their situation in China? Okay, that makes sense.
Well, like I said, like I said, I mean, with the business and inside track I have in there, like I said, I'm giving my experiences when I'm doing my videos. This is what I've seen, what I've done. So it's basically anecdotal evidence. So it's what I've seen, and people can't prove it because again, a lot of people don't know who I am out there really, and for good reasons why. But my point, but like I said, when it comes to the financial stuff, like I said, the links are there. And when I said good, I'm not saying link. I'm not linking the profits from IGN or something like that. It's straight from Nintendo, from Xbox, like from their company itself. That's where I got my information from. They're not sugarcoating it.
The thing is, they're not going to put it out there for you to see. You either have to be somebody on, who's actually involved with like a star.
Well, not really. What happened is like I said, that's why when I did my videos, I said this.
Public information. It has to be public information. That's
To a
the law.
degree, it is.
Yeah,
It is
to a degree. Yeah, to a degree. But
no, yeah.
but they don't have to
but
put
you
it out
can
there towards like everywhere. They just have to make sure you can access it. Find it. It doesn't have to be easily.
Well,
they don't
this
have to
is
put
what-
it on a page or something like that.
Well, there you go. You're right. That's what I'm gonna say. That's what happened when you go to the say you click the Xbox link to the investors relationship page. They're gonna have the glow, just like Nintendo too. The glowing saying, "Oh, we made this much profits and this much sales and this much this and this much this," and by percentage too. Sometimes percentage, you need to know what the percentage of to make a good guess of. You know what I mean? You could just say, "Oh, it's up 300%," but we don't know what that 300% of one is 3. That's not a lot. So you need to know what's going on. So what I said is that's what I have on the front page when you go to the Xbox. What you need to do is go to the quarter reports. You have to download the PDFs, and that will tell you that's the part that tells you everything. So you have to do your research, like you said, or read it, like Double M and you guys are saying. You got to read.
Or just analyze and look at it.
Yeah, but as gamers now, we don't do that. We're crybabies. We cry about stuff. We got waters in our, we got tears in our eyes, and we're like, "Oh, I saw that Sony sucks. So let me put this up. Well, I saw Xbox can't do nothing with Direct because again, you have Phil Spencer coming out saying the Direct 12 ain't gonna do jack squat for the graphics that these X-Boys guys keep on saying. Oh, it's gonna make this game more awesome. Where you guys get the logic?
Now you got some coming out saying.
I don't know why people say all that nonsense when most games, even on PC, are still developed in DirectX 9.
It's one of those ways to get the hype out. It's a 1080p thing. That's what it is.
You know what I'm saying? Like most people. So what if PC hasn't even, if developers ain't even really gone past the boundaries of using DirectX 9 on PC, what the hell does he make? What, even if DirectX 12 could theoretically make a big difference, what makes you think these developers are going to put the effort in if they're not even doing it for the PC?
I don't know. Like I said, it's like Tyrone said. They heard some information and they run with it without doing any research or reading. Not even any research, basic reading to figure out what the hell DirectX 12 is. Because they're not. You are right. There are a lot of games out there. Most graphics cards using DirectX 11, and they don't even use the full potential of DirectX 11 yet.
Hmm.
So
Exactly.
it's just weird. People just do that stuff. That's just what it is.
At
And
the
then
at the end of the day, at the end of the day, the people who are making the games are always going to be the deciding factor of what gets fully utilized and what doesn't. You can put as much power as you want into these consoles. If developers don't want to utilize it or don't want to work with that type of architecture, you're never going to see it pushed to its limits. No console has been ever pushed to their limits except for what's it called, the NES, and the only reason it was pushed to its limit is because Nintendo basically took that technology, put it in the Game Boy, and then they made the Game Boy Color as well, obviously. So that basically the NES, in a spiritual sense, was on the market right past the N64 generation.
yeah. Well, that's it worked out for them and made a lot of money for them.
Yeah, it did. It made a shitload of money.
So that's you're right, and that's the point. You see how these people run with these things. They don't know the specs, they don't know this stuff. They run with it because they hear somebody else say it, and then we create this whole rah rah boom TA cheering crowd to say, hey guys, we cheer you on, and we go to our favorite YouTuber and say, hey, he was right, and I don't give a damn. You guys go ahead and do what you want to do. There are more important things out there to worry about, and you're not. Like Tyrell said when he brought
It's
it.
just
Go ahead.
it's just a thing. It's just like, people are complaining about this, that, and everything. You look at these games, yeah. You have to ask these people, does your game look ugly? And in this day and age, there's not really, unless the game is poorly developed, there's not really that many games that look ugly.
You're right because I still once I played a second ago. I played Tales of Symphonia on the GameCube. That still
It
looks
still looks
pretty good
good.
to me. Yeah.
I played games like Metroid Prime and stuff like that on the GameCube. It still looks good.
And it still looks good. It depends on
Yeah.
the art style and the art style thing. But the thing, like we have proven, and I've seen a guy, King Kimpachi was talking about, and he did a video about it. But that's what we say for the game, longest of time. Having more power does not equal a great game. It's all about
Never has.
optimization.
Dude, I had this man. It was this guy, man. He didn't understand that. I wanted to choke myself. I tried to look. Look. It was this. Oh man, it was stupid. I was like, dude, really? I said, he's like, this game will have better. He was talking about remakes and stuff like that, and stuff like that, remakes and remaster games and yada yada yada. And I was like, he was like talking about the game was, I think, The Last of Us something. And I was like, dude, just because it has better visuals doesn't mean if it has better visuals. I haven't played it, so I don't know. But if it has better, I heard it does. But if it has better visuals, doesn't mean the gameplay is better. Yes, it does. I mean, it's more immersive and it makes everything. I was like, dude, what? I was like, no. And okay, yeah, it may be more immersive, but that doesn't mean the gameplay's better. I'm like, because it. I'm like, I can't even say it right because it was stupid.
Well, tell that to Square Enix with the last two Final Fantasy games. It looked good, but the gameplay wasn't there. Grand Theft Auto was the same game that people bought over again. It was the first party mode, and then people got. Look what the most complaints was. People got sick of going first person view with Grand Theft Auto 5 on PC and everything because they didn't like it that way. They liked the third party over the shoulder, third person view. And then we got games like a Box Boy, all these simple games that people play. It's fun. It's gameplay. I'm sorry,
And here's
gameplay is
the
always gonna be the trump. I'm sorry, gameplay
always,
is always gonna
always.
be the trump.
And it
If
looks
you're
good in
not,
black and white.
yeah, if you're not gonna play the game, if you're not gonna play the game and have fun with it, why play the game in the first place?
Heck, even when like Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire came out, don't get me wrong, I was playing those games, but
Nah, it's cool.
I was still playing games like Pokemon Red and Blue.
There you go. Me too.
It was
I ain't gonna
fun.
lie
It
with
was
you.
fun for
Me
you.
too.
Playing
Fun,
up,
it got
putting
irritating.
it into the Game Boy Color or the Game Boy Advance and moving around the analog to change the colors. Not the analog, the D-pad. Because with the old Game Boy games, you could like change the colors around.
Yep.
And
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say about the graphics and stuff. Like to further it is, I was playing Metroid for the on the Wii U, the remake, not the remake, but I was playing the one that they have ported to the Wii U, the trilogy, and I forgot which one I was actually playing inside of the trilogy. I can't remember which one, but I was playing it, and my nephew's in here. And he's like, "Oh man," he's like, "Is this a new game for Wii U?" I'm like, "No, man, it's an old game, man. They just put on the Switch." Oh, I was like, "See, I mean, the art style, the vision, it still look good. Still looks
But
good."
for fun, I used to show people pictures of Metroid Other M, and I said to them, you know, these are people who didn't know what Metroid was or anything. I said, what console do you think this is on? And they're like, oh, that looks like Xbox 360 game or PS3 game. I'm like, dude, that's the Wii game.
And they're baffled, like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because
how does this sorcery happen?
he says so because of the art style. When Zelda Wii U comes out with that art style, 10 years from now it won't age.
Nope.
It won't age.
Nope. And at first I thought to myself, you know, a lot of people complain saying, oh, the Zelda video that we got at E3 2011 was better and stuff like that because it was more realistic. When I went and looked back at that video in comparison to the E3 2014 one, like, don't get me, I understand the art styles were different, but I could just tell just by looking at it that, you know, the new Zelda trailer made the old one that they showed, the demo that they showed at E3 2011, outdated.
Yeah, that's the way I look at it too. I mean, that's our opinion. I think it does.
It was more vibrant. It was more.
Yes,
more,
it looked like
it was more of a living, breathing world.
Bingo.
Yeah, it was more live. Like if they're trying to make that one like that, I don't think they could have all the. Granted, it's just grass and stuff like that, but I don't think they would have the grass how it was.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'd still love to see a Zelda game using that 2011 demo.
Yeah. Well, like I said, we'll see what happens. Like I said, new one's doing.
You're gonna get Star Fox like that, so you good.
Well, we know that.
I would have loved them to make a Twilight Princess remake with those graphics.
That's one thing I'm trying to bust my boy Kenji on, because every time that stupid rumor comes up, I said, and I'll admit this too. I asked them, dude, are they doing this? He say, no. I said, okay, because I want to know, because I do not want, I'm telling the honest truth, I don't want no 3DS remake of Twilight Princess.
Neither do I.
If you're going to remake it, cancel it. Put it on console.
I think Majora's Mask is going to be it for the remakes as far as the Zelda back, you know.
No, but those ones are all right because they were obviously on older consoles, so there was only so much they could do in terms of how much content they could put in the game. So, you know, those games are more, you know, even though they were console games at the time, they're very well streamlined for modern handheld games. Whereas Twilight Princess is just, it's too extensive for the handheld.
Yeah,
like, you proper have, that game has so much content in it. It's ridiculous.
But the thing that came about, the reason I said it, like you just said, it's that.
And not only that, I think it would just benefit so much more from saying them doing a HD remake with the 2011 demo.
Yeah, I got what you're saying. No, I'm saying that doing a remaster with Twilight Princess. Like I said, my favorite Zelda of all time is Twilight Princess. My thing is, like, the thing I'm gonna point out, like I said, is that.
Also, I definitely know you like my recent video then.
yeah, yep. Is because it's like Majora's Mask was the worst selling Zelda, console Zelda, I should say, not the console Zelda, and then look at it now as a 3DS. It's the best one of the, now it's selling way more. It's sold way more than it's sold on the console on 3DS. I know people want to go for those numbers, but I just think that because the way that game was set up, like you said, Double M, the way the game is set up, it benefits to be on a console, not on that. The other games were easy to put on the console, on the 3DS, and that's cool. We know for sure they're gonna. I gotta tell you this right now. Sunshine is gonna be coming back. Mario Sunshine is gonna be coming back, and it's gonna be towards the 3DS. As a port, they're gonna still do remasters. My boy told me.
I mean, remasters are a good way for them to, like, remasters are good stopgaps for them. They come in between the gaps to curve the
Yeah, but let's keep it to at least about 5-10 years, not last year, please.
yeah, that's the other
Or
thing.
Hey, and The Last of
or
Us, man, what they gonna do with that
But
game, man?
I don't even consider games like Last of Us a remaster. That's just a port.
well, there you go.
Yeah,
And
but
then of course they're doing a remaster of the DLC pack. What the
that's just
hell?
ridiculous.
How do you
Next, they gonna
remaster a
do The
DLC pack?
Last.
That's what they're doing.
That's what they're doing. They're releasing it what, this month or next month? They're releasing it soon, pretty much. I think.
Yeah, they're remastering
I don't
the
know when they're
DLC
releasing.
pack. Yeah.
It's called not The Last of Us or
That's not DLC. That's not DLC. That's triple DLC. Double dipping
How you gonna-
DLC.
how you
Double
that's-
dipping downloadable
They're
content.
bleeding that game, dude. They're bleeding
that's
that game.
beyond. Now that's what you call bleeding.
Mhm.
That's what
They're
you call
trying to
milk.
get
That's what you
That's
call
suckling.
double.
That ain't milking. That's suckling.
That's what you call double dipping downloadable content. Hence why I said triple DLC.
I know, right?
Yeah, hey,
They're
that's what
trying
they
to
do.
get water.
Triple
They're trying to
D
get
in that.
water. They're
Triple
trying
D.
Yeah, true. They're trying to get water out of that stone, dude. Seriously.
Man, hey, they try to get something. They trying to go for that goat's milk. They doing
I
something.
mean, it was a good game. You remastered a year later. Then you added a DLC pack to it. There was an expansion, which was a good expansion. Don't get me wrong. And then now you're remastering the DLC pack. What the?
And you got people trying to defend it. Well, this is for no. Just stop. Just buy the game. What, you don't need. Oh shit.
Yeah, but then they come and they quickly say, well, Nintendo keep on using the same IPs. Dude, you know how much IPs was created between 2006 and now, but you all of you gamers are blind to it. Pushmo was a pain. Sakurai Samurai was a Nintendo IP. Box Boy is a new EIP.
Yeah, a brand new one. Just
Splatoon, codename Steam, but nobody. Oh no!
Like I say, I had a video. It's called "How Many Enough Are Enough? If enough could be enough." It's like people. That's what the video is called. How many enoughs are enough? Enough could be enough. And I say that because I was like, gosh dang, how many games does Nintendo gotta make for it to be enough for you to buy a console? Or how many new IPs that they gotta have for it to be enough for you to say they don't have anything new?
No, I'll tell you what they want when they
at
say
some
new
point in
IP.
time,
I'll tell you what
you
they want
had
when
to
they
be.
say new
Oh,
IP.
go ahead.
They want a Legend of Zelda with a different name. That's all they want.
That's what it is. That's what they want. Just a different character. I'm like, it doesn't matter. It's okay.
It's just like all these so-called new IPs that come out, which are really reskin CODs.
Yeah, that's all they are. That's why I had I had me call Hey Mario Got Milk, and I just pretty much have all these is my video I call it Hey Mario Got Milk Part 1.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, and all it is I have a whole bunch of franchises like God of War, God of War, Uncharted, all these games, Halo, etc., Call of Duty, have all these games, and I put Mario faces on them, and I put their characters on the Mario games, and I was like, okay, now who's milk now? So if we put all the Mario faces on all these Call of Duties, put them on all of the Donkey Kong character on a God of War or whatnot, now you're gonna call these milk, or are you gonna call? Now we put all these different characters on all these Mario games, different characters each game. Now are these different games now, or now are they milked? It's like, so what's the difference? The difference is these are actually not just different. Here's the thing: is Nintendo's milking their characters, yes, not the games. Milking the characters, not the games. That's what you guys want to say. They're milking the characters. These games are pretty much changing the characters somewhat. I mean, you got a shooting game, okay, Call of Duty. Okay, you got a different sergeant in charge. you change the levels. It's pretty much the same gameplay. Now they're trying to change it up a little bit, I see, but for the most part, in the past, all the recent ones, pretty much all the same, just different skins.
Well, yeah, but I want to say something about that. But one thing I'll say to what you just said there, Tyler, is like, look at Assassin's Creed. Come on, there's been 12 Assassin's Creed in 5 years. Come on, man, that's milk.
Exact. That would be like making 12 Sunshines.
Yep.
Or 12.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
And then
they made 12 Assassin's Creed games quicker than Jesus picked his 12 disciples.
Oh shoot.
Oh Lord, that's wrong, man. That's wrong. But you know what? The thing we gotta say is like to go with you saying time out is like that. Remember, the way that Activision set up the Call of Duty was Infinity creates the engine, Sledgehammer and Treyarch takes the engine and create the individual games. So the next game that's coming out after Black Ops is gonna be an Infinity game, and then that's gonna be a whole new rework engine and everything, and then they go from that, and that's what they do, and let's see what happens. But right now,
I thought they
you're right,
already made a reworked engine with Ghost.
huh?
I thought Ghost was their new engine.
Mm-mm. It was still off of it was still off of
Modern
it was,
Warfare.
yeah. No, Modern Warfare, not Modern. No, not Modern Warfare. What's the? Is it 3?
That's what I mean, Modern Warfare 3.
Oh, you said 3. Okay, I didn't hear the 3 part behind. I'm sorry.
No, when I say Modern Warfare, I said Modern Warfare, but I was just generally talking about the entire franchise.
No, I got you. But that's if you ever watched there's videos of how Activision bought the three developers and how they do the cycling. Infinity does the main engine of the game, and then they recycle that and that.
Okay.
So. Yeah, but it is what it is. But like I said, man, as you said, Double M, which is the truth. I mean, I know for you is always. I always feel bad to keeping you up this late because you basically morning time for you.
Bank holiday tomorrow, so.
Oh, your holiday for you?
Bank holiday Monday. Yeah.
Oh, okay, well, okay, my brother, that's good for you. Because sometimes I was like, I ain't heard Double M in a while. I hope he's like thinking, man, this guy keeps him up too damn late.
Nah.
I mean, like I said, I run my to anybody out there. I mean, I have like I said, I have a regular job and then I work. Then I have to run my company. So Sundays is one of the times I'm freed up the most to do these things. Mm-hmm. So it's not. I mean, I feel bad for other people who likes to jump in and want to do the podcast here and then whatever. I mean, when I do my regular job, which is 8 hours, and do run my company for the next 8 hours, I got 16 hours a day. Then my off day is Tuesday. I sleep for 12 hours because I'm so damn tired.
Work never sleeps.
Yeah, so I just, like I said, so Tuesdays and Thursdays are my nights I could relax, but basically as soon as I get home from my regular job, 6 o'clock, I just drop in the bed and take a shower, drop in the bed and wake up 6 o'clock in the morning to go work. So my schedule is crazy, and Sunday's the only time I have to do an endcast that people like to see, so that's what it is. But like I said, I do know that, like I said, it's kind of rough on you being that you're across the pond and everything, you know. But
it's all right. Don't worry about it. I wouldn't do it if I couldn't hack it.
I hear you, because like I said, I want, since we already know the road to A3 is already started. I do want to do a prediction cast before that happens.
The only thing I'm not worried about it, but the only thing I can see is not only thing, but I guarantee if Nintendo comes out and gives some insight as to their, we already know they're gonna do the direct, but insights as to maybe they do something new, some extra stuff. I guarantee there's gonna be some outcry. There's gonna be outcry. Outcry will be had.
You can't. Like I said, damn if you do, damn if you don't.
Outcry will be had.
It's just what it is. But my point stated that, you know, like I said, I think we did a good night tonight doing all the stuff that we talked about. Uh-huh. And like I said, next I would like to have a podcast about the predictions. I mean, any console. I don't really care really. E3's coming up. It's the big thing. We'll see what happens. Because like I said, Phil Spencer, after what happened with Banjo-Kazooie and Yooka-Laylee, hey, Phil Spencer say he has IP. He's working on Microsoft's first IPs. Well, they own Banjo-Kazooie, they own Battletoads, they own Conquer the Squirrel, they own Perfect Dark, they own all these things. Let's see what they're gonna do other than Halo.
What they do with Perfect Dark, I don't have that much confidence.
Yes, you are right. After they did it with Perfect Dark Zero, you are 100% right. I wouldn't have confidence, but again, if they need to, like right now, we still have not seen what they done. I have not. Put it this way, I've heard more information. Hideki Kamiya, who's working on Scalebound, still talking about Nintendo stuff now. He's not talking about Scalebound. Like, he's keeping it tight-lipped. That's weird from him. He's an outspoken guy.
Microsoft ain't helping them out. They're not going in there and saying, "Hey, what's up? What y'all doing?" They're not giving them thumbs up every day.
And they just handed them a blank check and said, "Look, develop something."
Yeah, well, they probably sitting at their desk dreaming like, "Dang, Wish I was at Nintendo right now.
No, but I'm just saying he's still no. Go check anything on Famitsu or anything. Hideki's still talking about. Well, I want to do this for. We might still want to do a Bayonetta 3 and blah 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 and all that stuff. And he's still talking about Nintendo stuff. And he's working. But he works exclusively right now on Scalebound, which all we saw was a CG trailer. We didn't see a gameplay trailer when we saw Scalebound from Microsoft. So it's just weird to hear that. I know it's gonna. I hope they're gonna show some at E3, but I hope it's gameplay. Like I said in my video, in my hype video, and I think you need to check whenever you get a chance. Don't check it out. The video is called Episode 10 WTF Episode 10 hype video, where I basically talk about. I even show screenshots of what Metroid Prime came out, and when you saw the magazines, and you're like, "Ooh, that looked ugly." I'm not a graphics guy, but that was ugly. I'm happy they changed that whole thing.
Yeah, because it was meant to be like kind of a gritty looking kind of dude bro looking kind of shooter, which didn't really look that good, wasn't it?
But the Jaggies was so crazy in that pit. Like I said, when you see the video, you'll see what I'm talking about. You'll see the Jaggies and the creatures look
I've seen some of it. It looks like a failed attempt at Unreal Tournament.
Yeah, you're right. So and then of course I put my gameplay behind that. When I saw that game, I was like, oh, this is beautiful.
When I saw the game first time I loaded it up on the GameCube, my jaw dropped.
Yeah, me
just
too.
like
I
me.
remember that game. Yeah, it was. On the GameCube, Eternal Darkness and in that game, especially I think Eternal Darkness and Metroid and Resident. Those were Resident. Those were 3 games. I was like, dang, because I had to tell you, Eternal Darkness had that lighting of the lighting in Eternal Darkness, like the lightning effects, the lighting. They had some good lighting effects in that game. That game was shadows. That game was really good for that.
That's why I fell for Dennis Dyack, because, like I said, that it was funny because now we got people who talk about broken games and everything and all. Hey, you know what? There was a company that was doing that way before Assassin's Creed was doing it, but they were doing it as a part of the game, not to mess with you, as the Assassin's Creed doing right now.
Yeah.
Because that's what the game was set up. But my point was, like, that's the video when I made that video, that's the video that made me say I'm not getting hype about these games like that before. I come in, have fun, and do stuff. So I'm just pointing out that it's kind of weird that we have not. Like I say, Hideki Kame is an outspoken developer. He doesn't keep
he's very
himself.
outspoken.
Yeah. So to hear
he's told people.
Yeah. But to see him not to close up about Scalebound is kind of weird. That's my point. He's closed. He's not said nothing about when Bayonetta was going on, whatever. He was talking about Bayonetta 2, even though he was just an overseer. He was not the producer. He was an overseer. Cause
the producer was that woman, innit? What's her name?
No, it was the woman who
or was she the director?
She was the director, and it was a guy who was the producer. I forgot his name. Right now.
Inabi or something like that. It's Sushi Inabi.
I think it was Tetsu Salmari, if I remember. Because
it's hard to remember these Japanese names, man.
Huh?
It can be hard to remember these Japanese names.
Well, you think it'll be easy for them to remember our names being from the West? I say you think it'll be easy to remember our names being from the West?
But they find that just as difficult from their perspective.
Well, that's what it is. But it's Yusuke Hashimoto is the director, and yeah, Ashida. She was a producer. You're right. You are right. Double M. She's the producer, and Yusuke is the director.
Okay.
So you are right, and then of course, like I said, yeah. And Maya, of course, the girl also who made Bayonetta that everybody say about. Oh, it's a female who created Maya Shizaki is who made Bayonetta, a female. So people really shut up about that whole sexist thing. Jeez.
I can't stand that nonsense, man.
It's nonsense. But we ain't getting into that right now. But that's my point. It's just crazy.
Save that for another podcast.
But my point still stands right now. What we're saying is just where, like you said, he's an outspoken person and he did not speak. So it's weird. It just feel unsettling. Like right now, Kenji Inafune is still talking about games and stuff. It's weird to hear developers just shut up, climb up about games like this. including people who talk a lot about games. Because remember when who was the guy William Jeff was it William Jaffe? I don't I forgot his first name. I know Jaffe who did
Jeffy.
yeah, who did God of War, whatever. He's an outspoken person. He always talk. It's weird that you don't hear him no more nowadays. It's just weird. But like I said, I hope Scalebound is good for these guys. Quantum Big got pushed back. I hope it's a good game for Xbox guy. I want to know. Technically speaking, the one thing at E3 other than see what Nintendo bring, and to see also what Scalebound is because I love Platinum games. What the hell is PlayStation bringing to the table? That's what I want to know.
I don't even know. To tell you the truth, I have no clue.
To be fair, this has been kind of every company's been kind of tight-lipped on what they've been doing. I mean, I'm surprised Nintendo hasn't even revealed their E3 plans yet.
No, but you see what I'm saying. Like Tam was saying, that's expected of Nintendo. If they gonna tell you, they'll tell you.
Last year, I think they did it because they just wanted to. I think it was more of a what they did with announcing a new console. Yeah, they want to make sure people won't go crazy like they usually do when they announce something new.
Which they're gonna still do, but anyway, but yeah.
Yeah, this year I think since people know what they're gonna do or think they know, I don't think they have to worry too much.
I think because like we kind of know the format for Nintendo now that they're going with, so they don't really need to kind of like show it. They don't really need to kind of like show it off or anything.
Yeah, they already know. Now Microsoft said they're gonna do something new, so we gotta. I mean, I heard them saying they're gonna try something new.
They say they're gonna focus more on their first IP. Like I said, I hope they're doing good stuff. It's not negative. I hope they are doing good stuff with it.
Yeah, but I think like a month ago though, they said that they were gonna try something new, like how they present their stuff. So that's why I wanted. They said they're gonna try something new. Like
if they follow Nintendo, that'd be too funny as hell.
That's why I was laughing. I think it was.
I wouldn't be surprised because Microsoft follow Nintendo as much as Sony do.
Well, yeah, because Sony had the Sony experience.
Yeah, because it was like around March or April, Microsoft came out and said they're going to try something new, as far as, or at least try something, add a way that they get information out there or something. So, and I was like, okay, y'all going to try doing a Nintendo Day or something? All people laughing. Now you want to try Fall Pursuit, but that's what usually happens, though. You know, make fun.
They've been copying Nintendo in terms of their hardware architecture. That's for sure for a long time. So
yeah,
because since the GameCube came out, Microsoft modeled all the next systems that Microsoft made. They modeled them after the GameCube. The Xbox 360 was modeled after the GameCube, and the Xbox One, despite being x86, is still modeled after the same layer as the Xbox 360, which was modeled after the GameCube.
And for anybody out there who want, again, I'll help you out right there. Go to NVC to get the voice chat and listen to the one where they talk about the Emperor Strikes Back with Julian Egbert, and it basically confirms what Double M just said, because he said this exact same thing, and he was a developer for Factor 5, and he did Star Wars and also the gate layer and everything, and talked about what happened with the Xbox 360 and everything. So it is what it is. They'll do that. The only thing that came when people say how third parties this and that and the publishers whatever, it's like PlayStation came up with their own kind of move system. Nobody developed no games for the move. Kinect came out. As big thing as it is, other than the UCI, I mean not UCI, the user pro interface, and Dance Central and the Kinect Sports, everybody else just basically shovelwared it. So it is what it is. People don't see how when you go with innovation, you go with it. Again, I really want to do a podcast about because people always saying about, Nintendo still didn't use the gamepad. I want to talk about just strictly the gamepad. For what I have used it for is so crazy, and a lot of people say, well, I never used it for that. Well, what?
Oh, gamepad's brilliant, man. I can go on the web browser, watch documentaries, and still do research on the stuff that is going on in the documentaries at the same time.
But but that's what I'm saying. That it's a cool concept. But I want to talk about what games, the concept like you just said, off-screen play and everything. But I want to do that on other podcasts as well to do that, to just talk about that only.
Yeah, because the gamepad is good, man. Because Microsoft, they're trying to do it to where they can play their games on a cell phone, but we all know that's not good. I mean, I don't know.
They scratched the surface. I mean, not the surface. I mean, the glass. They scratched the glass.
Yeah, now they want to try to make it so you can actually play games on the cell phone from your cell phone. I'm thinking, okay, it's not going to be. Let's be honest. I'm going to say, take myself. It's not going to be as fluid fluid as the gamepad. It's not.
Because the
They didn't
system was
design it for that.
modeled. The system
Yeah,
was modeled around that
Yeah,
gamepad.
they didn't design it for that. They're just copying or following. Because as soon as Nintendo publicly announced the gamepad thing, or at least made it to where it was like everybody know, okay, this is exactly what they're gonna do. Shortly after, you had Microsoft and Sony. You have Microsoft, oh, we got the glass. With Sony, oh, we're gonna try to make sure you make the video connect with the PS4 and play games, and same thing. And then all people were talking trash about the gamepad. Well, I don't even know, because now I can do. Weren't you just talking about the gamepad? Now you're saying it's okay because the video could sort of do it, but we all know that's not as good.
Yeah. So like I said, we'll see what's going on with all that stuff right there. Hopefully, like I said, I want to. I mean, as usual, I mean, I didn't think you would join in. That was not my thing. But if in the future podcast, like I said, the next podcast I'm trying to do is a prediction podcast. Hopefully, I can keep it shorter so you don't kill nobody's time.
It's cool, man. Don't worry.
But I do want to do a prediction podcast just to see what everybody's thinking is come out. But like I said, and hopefully E3 will be a good reveal on what's going on, and we'll see what's going on. Like I said, I mean, Microsoft have something up their sleeve, but I still don't know what PlayStation have. I want to know what
Nintendo got something up their sleeve.
Yeah,
Nintendo's always got something up their sleeve, man. It's Nintendo.
No, this time they got something big up their sleeve. They got a boulder up their sleeve this year.
Put it like this: they wouldn't have delayed. They probably wouldn't have delayed Zelda if they knew they didn't have a backup plan or something.
They got more. I think they have. I'm gonna just go on and say this right now before we do the next week thing. I'm gonna have my pre next week podcast incast discussion or quick
preview before the actual cast comes.
Yeah, preview, people.
Well,
the teaser
Nintendo
trailer.
gonna have at least teaser trailer. Nintendo gonna have at least 2 to 3 new IPs, whether it's a remake or a new game in the series or just a brand new IP altogether. They're gonna have 2 to 3 new IPs at this year's E3, and they're gonna be major ones that we ain't even seen yet. And they're gonna be and at least 2 of them gonna come out this year.
Okay.
I think other than Star Fox, they're working on something that we probably haven't seen for a while, and that we're not expecting to see.
It's just there's too much information that not too much information, but too much. I guess if you're speculating enough and got your little imagination, then there's too much that Nintendo's showing that this is the case.
But like I said, after their profit boost right now, like I said, we know for sure that Wii U ain't dead, as everybody says. So hey, we're good. And remember, and for anybody out there coming with that idiocy, come on. Yeah, I love what people say, but oh man, it's because of the Meebles. Well, okay, we know a lot of people like Coupon just say she collects the Meebles. That's cool. But everybody else use it because of what? The Wii U gamepad, the NFC chip. You have to click it onto the pad. So it's a part of that's a part of profits for the Wii U console, you morons.
Yeah, it's a necessity. Pretty much a necessity.
Yeah. So it is what it is. But you know what? It is what it will. Like I said, we'll see what's going on with that. So, like I said, Am, I know you joined in. Thank you for coming in, brother.
No problem, man.
Time out, of course. Thank you for coming in as usual. Anybody out here? I know basically Endcast is coming like the Shadowcast with the damn long ass video. I used to give shit to Shadowcast, but damn, I'm following his footprints, man.
Oh man, there's always so much to talk about.
He's having long things, man.
Yeah, and I'm falling right behind him, man, with these long ass Endcast. I think the only one I did short was the time when somebody didn't show up, of course, and then I wanted to do, and you know who he is, time out and everything. So whatever.
Did y'all ever get a reschedule or something like that?
Try to.
Go figure.
Yeah.
Well, fortunately, the DGC casts haven't stretched past 3 hours yet.
Oh man, you're crazy, bro. You're crazy. But like I said, for anybody out there, again, man, I mean, hope you enjoy the podcast. If you have anything to do comments or whatever, check it out. Double M have himself a new video up there. Check out his channel, cause that's a cool video. If you love Zelda, check it out. 'Cause it's awesome. And like I said, I know, like I said, Taiwan with Joe Mac Kid, you basically, Taiwan, you a podcast member for right now because you ain't doing the videos because you're busy doing your other stuff, which is understandable. Like I said, for me, I'm doing. I basically what happened was last week I was off for 2 days. I did like 4 videos.
Yeah, I was like, this is my pumping out videos, man.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I did 4 videos and just set it up. And then just like I said, I want to release it 1 week, so it don't look like I'm not doing nothing, whatever. Because like I said, I'm gonna publicize the hype video for next week, this week coming up right now. So like I said, check out Double M's video. The hype video is gonna be coming out. Actually, asking you guys out there, why do we all get hype? And I hope, like I said, this podcast was fun as we talk about issues again. I mean, we understand why gamers in a certain way do certain things, and we explain it out perfectly here, I would think. But again, we're crybabies because this is a part of entertainment or media that we take in, that we have the option to buy or not buy anything in the media, like a game or console. So we should not be forcing our preferences on other people. Hey, buy this game, don't buy this game. Oh, I don't want to buy this game. Well, you suck because you don't want to buy that game. That part is the crybaby part that I'm talking about. That's why I say gamers or we crybabies, because that's the stuff that's bringing negativity to the community. And like I said, with Splatoon coming up, voice chat, no voice chat, whatever. The director's coming out next May 7th. Maybe some answers will be answered to some of you people. I'm gonna buy the game after seeing everything looks good, whatever. I'm gonna have fun. It's a different type of game in the shooter genre that needed help, because the shooter genre with all the real life graphics and everything is getting long in the tooth. We need a next genre to take over so the gaming market don't crash.
Yes.
We need a next genre.
We do.
Because it
and
is.
Speaking of genre, I think games like in Wonderful 101 need to have their own genre, because I think they're separate sort of games. They're separate in the sense that they're not really the same type of gameplay. But I think those. I don't know where to categorize those games.
Well, I can.
Besides, like, I don't like, as far as like the game mechanics, stuff like that. I don't really know where to categorize in that.
Well, you're right on that part, but my point stands that in my opinion, and when I look at 104 101, like I said, more Monsters Never Played, 104 101, those to me now are my modern beat 'em ups.
Okay.
That's the way I look at it, man. Because you have to punch, kick, combo. So
yeah.
Because in 104 101.
They're top-down action games. They used to do loads of them back in the days. This is it's just one of those genres that hasn't been around for a long time.
True that. Yeah, I understand, because I used to love. What was it? Marvel vs. Marvel Alliance was like that, which was a good game. So you're right. But like I said, we need a genre. We need a more dominant genre to come out and take over, because the shooter's been going on for too long, and people starting to get burned out as people said with Ghosts. And like I said,
that's what I think. That's what I think. My first video was, which genre will lead this generation? Will it be either first-person shooters like last generation, or will it be something new to emerge as the new genre?
Well, for the first 3 years, if the genre started with the Nintendo Wii U, for the first 3 years, it's still been shooters #1 genre.
Yep.
And we ain't still see nothing slowing anything down right now. But again, let's hope, because like I said,
I want the action adventure genre to start leading the way, because trust me, if that does, then you'll be seeing me playing a lot more video games.
Well, like I said, Scalebound. We got Scalebound. We have I can't. What would we consider Quantum Break? A shooter?
I don't know. I really don't know what that game is right now. It's in the air.
Yeah, I mean, you are shooting, but you can control time. So yeah, it's kind of weird with that. So you're right. I can't figure that one out, but we'll see what happens.
It could be an interactive shooter.
Wow, so considered a shooter?
On the rail shooter. Yeah, but it really is not a like shooter though. No, you're right. No,
Yeah, since it's like a I mean I don't know what you consider that as.
no.
I
Maybe it's like
consider
one of
it's
those
up in
old.
the air at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like but like what Double M said, which is funny, you say it's an interactive shooter. Yeah, we slicing that bread a little too thin now, man. That shooter bread is getting sliced too much.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Third party shooter, puzzle solving shooter, third over the shoulder shooter, action shooter, strategy shooter, RTS shooter, because his codename Steam is an RTS shooter. So that bread is getting sliced so thin now.
Mm-hmm. You may as well get a gun and shoot a bullet and hope it plays games for you.
You're right. You're right. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, if in the future, guys, hope you guys love this podcast. Like I said, check out these guys' channel. You got something else?
Yeah, I got something else. I might have a podcast this week for because it's not for really about it's for gaming, but it's for people's YouTube. So I'm in this group called YouTube Gamers on Facebook, and I made a post saying, hey, anybody want to do collaboration? So I'm having a podcast this week for people who want to try to do collaborations for videos. So anybody want to join in, I might try to do it this week, if not next week or whatever. But so if anybody's interested to join, there's at least 6 people who are interested in doing collaboration. So I don't know if I'm going to join the podcast or not, but we're going to try to set up a day for podcasts. So and I'm not going to do any collaborations until I finish my little project on the side. It's my little wrestling video I told Katie about, but we're still going to try to set up like I have this nice idea for collaborations that I don't think I've seen anybody really do yet on YouTube. So I have this little nice idea. I want to try to see people and people seem like they're interested in doing it in that group, and that's a pretty big group on Facebook. So I figured, hey, let's try to get more traffic, and get good people, good minds on the to do some collaboration. So the group is called YouTube Gamers, but it's a pretty decent sized group, and some people say, yeah, they're pretty cool with trying to see what they trying to get their channels out there. They trying to be creative and stuff. So I figured, hey, let's try to. I got this idea for collaboration, so let's see how it goes. So if anybody interested, just
well, like I said, if it's a Tuesday or a Thursday, if it's in the middle of the week, I'm cool with it. If it's not those days, you ain't getting me.
Tuesday or Thursday.
I said, yeah, Tuesday and Thursday is like I said, it's my 12-hour sleep there, but I could stay up and just chill for a second and jump in and do whatever.
Like a 30-minute video discussing the 30 not video but podcast 30 minutes to an hour, but
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, I know what it is. Yeah.
But try to make it 30 minutes. I don't want to try to make it too long. Just discussing my idea, and anybody want to chime in on possible any ideas they may come up with while the podcast is going on or whatnot, then they could chime in on it as well. And then for people, I mean, and it ain't just necessarily me. I mean, if you want to do collab with somebody else, you got ideas. Hey, yeah, y'all do collab. Try to use the idea that I came up with, or come with your own idea. But hey, just a good way to people,
Talk about gaming.
Yeah, trying to get share audiences and stuff. So that's pretty idea I had.
No problem, man. That's good. So there you go. You got Time Out with his project going there. Double M with his latest video. Like I said, I'm gonna get my hype video coming out. It's gonna be publicizing it tomorrow. Not tomorrow. I'm thinking like Tuesday or Wednesday. So like I said, I hope everybody enjoyed the podcast. I know, like I said, it's been long, but like I said, hey, it's one of those things where you can listen at work and you're like, hey, I got me a long ass radio show to listen to while I'm talking about my favorite topics about games. I don't know. So that's mostly why I do the podcast. When I'm at work, I listen to the podcast and like, okay, listen to what Shadowcast or Bear Hugger or whatever those guys do. And it's like your podcast, Double M, when you talk about Zelda, that's what I do. I listen to it at work.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, when I'm at work,
Yeah,
because I'm in front of a computer for 8 hours. So hell, I just link it up and just listen to it with my headphones while I'm working.
Mm-hmm.
So anybody out there, that's the best way I've done it. Podcast is just like a radio show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, same here. I mean, I'm doing something, I just pop it on.
Yeah, so, because after a while you're gonna get tired of the songs, listening over and over and over again.
Yep, especially with music nowadays.
You got that right. So anyway, I know, right? I know. But that said, everybody, to my people out there who listen to us, this is Liger, one half of N-Duo. Let's see, we had Double M, we had Time Out, we had Coupon a while ago. Check out their channels, and we'll check you on the flip side, guys.